Hey, y'all. Welcome back to For the Fans, where tonight we are so excited to kick off our Survivor 45 coverage. As a
It's been
little
45 years. No,
45 years of
Hard to
Survivor
believe.
been going on for a
45
long
seasons.
time.
I was in grade 6 when spoiler alert, Richard Hatch won Survivor 1. I'll never forget this. I fell in love with
You
it
did
in
not
grade
give
6.
people enough time to
Sorry.
turn it off
Sorry.
if they didn't know
I'm
that.
sorry
So,
if you couldn't do it 23 years later. Grade 6, I fell in love. I was telling all my friends about this show, about the man that walks around naked. It was great. It was an Orthodox Jewish school. I don't know why I was talking about it because I probably should not have been. But holy crap, I still am watching this show.
I feel like we should have had the coconut to throw between
yeah.
screens here, like they did in that little teaser video where they all kind of tossed it on one side and caught it on the other.
Yeah, that's so cute. I am so excited to talk about this cast. I've
Me
been
too.
looking at their pregame interviews and listening to them, and I think that this is the most interesting cast that we have had that is not fitting into necessarily those same archetypes that we've seen the previous 4 seasons of the new era. I feel like we're getting some new people, which I like.
I'm
don't
glad
know.
you feel that way.
I don't know about that. I feel like there was a lot of meh for me.
Oh
Okay.
man, I like this already because this is the first time in a while that I've seen quite a few people that I'm really excited to see
No.
play.
There's a
And
handful of people I love, and I
some
think
of them are the
really
meh
interesting.
because you need the fodder too. So
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that I think everybody's great. And honestly, I didn't have like last season, it was jam to me. Like from the get-go,
Carolyn.
he jumped off the screen to me. I was like, he is going to win. And that was easy for me to decide on. I don't necessarily have that person this time. And even from like seeing other drafts and stuff, it doesn't seem like there is just this consensus of like, okay, this person is clearly going to be the star.
So I have to ask because again, you guys have me in here, and I haven't watched Survivor since the first season.
But you see, Shantae, that's why you're here, because it's so amazing to have somebody who doesn't actually know what's going on
Right.
coming into this. That's why we wanted you here, because you're killing it for our BB coverage. So we need you here again.
Okay, so here's my question. Looking at these random people and they have to survive in the wilderness, which it really isn't as like in the first season, they actually did have to survive. And now they not so much. What are you guys looking for? What jumps out to you? What makes you go, this person's going to be better than someone else? Especially when I'm looking at, just basic things about them.
For me, it's a mix of two things. Are they smart? And are they social? That's it.
Yeah,
I love the fact that you just said something I truly believe as well, which is they need to be much more much more difficult and ruthless when it comes to the survival aspect of a show called Survivor. I love this show, and I pray that someday I'll have the opportunity to at least talk about getting on this show. But it's one of those things where if I get on there, like I want to starve, I want to freeze, I want to be in the rain and have to build a shelter and not have, it's going to be a storm. Here's a free tarp and a free night in the hotel because there's a hurricane coming. I feel like I feel like there should be a lot more surviving going on and not just like Sheldon likes to say social game playing the entire time. But I miss I feed you, so keep me around. But
I
to
wonder
your
if we're
question,
gonna. I do wonder with these episodes this season being 90 minutes, so we have an extra 30 minutes, 27 minutes of content. I wonder if we're actually going to see it. And look, it's really simple. Who do I think, or what do I think is actually going to win this season? Here she is.
Yeah, there
this
you go.
lady.
There you go. Okay.
Carolyn,
yeah. She's going to come back.
This is the woman for me.
Oh my
That's
God.
The wrong returnee. It's the wrong returnee picture.
That was actually pretty frightening. She looked like she has survived some shit. So
she
has.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's been through a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, what do I get excited for? Shantae asked. I get excited for the people who are so full of themselves that I like the people who are coming in who are just going to wake them up. And I love seeing those moments. I don't know if that's just a little bit vindictive or sadistic or what the proper word is for that.
Tell
but,
us more.
When people feel like, oh, I'm going to
Shot
come
in
in here and
Florida.
crush it, I love watching them get absolutely woken up to the reality, and that's what I look for. And there's a few people on this cast who are a little overconfident, you could say.
Oh, no doubt. Shantae, you've been watching Big Brother. What do you think is a successful Big Brother player? And the truth is, it's not that much different than Survivor. There's certainly intricacies of the game that are different, but at the core, it's pretty similar.
I feel like I'm watching a handicapped season of Big Brother because Suri is there, But the thing I think in Big Brother, being able to see the bigger picture and get beyond your own little, we see the ones on there who are too busy, going after this person bothered me, so now I hate them. You have to be able to look beyond that and really stick to your game. And those are the ones who are kind of doing better than, say, the emotional ones.
So you got to get out of high school.
Yeah, you really got to leave high school behind. You really got it. I mean, it was 4 years, guys. Let it go. Move on.
Yeah. So in all of the research that I've been doing, I think that there's several people on this season that I think are picking up on some stuff that we've certainly talked about, and that I think could maybe be corrected in this season by a cast that is aware of what's happened in the new era in the previous 4 seasons. And so I think someone that understands, like, yes, I'm playing this game that I love, but this is also a different version of the game that I love. It's not what I grew up watching, in high school or college, or even whenever, there's a lot of people that started watching it during the pandemic, but they started watching it heroes versus villains, and it's not the same game. And so I think the people that understand that it's not the same game and have even been able to look at the winners that we've had, like Marianne, like Gabler, like Erica. I mean, we've definitely had a theme of winners where they've laid low. And so, yeah, I think that
let's see what happens. Let's talk about the cast because they're great. Let's go.
Let's get into it. So if you are following along, we are going to be going in alphabetical order of the entire cast. We're not going to talk about them in their separate tribal breakdowns. So that's where we're at. All right. Now here's this handy dandy PowerPoint. Okay. Survivor 45, cast assessment and draft. Anybody just jump out to y'all like initially?
Yeah.
The tall, nerdy looking dude in the center.
He calls himself Napoleon Dynamite. He calls himself the Nutty Professor.
He's definitely giving those vibes. I feel worried for him. Maybe I'm underestimating him already, but
yeah. So Sheldon, why I was asking you about the name of a BB Can character is because he reminds me of Joel from BB Can 4, and
his face.
Yeah, just literally just based off of his appearances. I was like, oh, look at Joel. So
I think he's a smarter Joel, but time will tell.
Well, and I think he's way different than I expected. All right, but we'll get there. So first up, we have Austin Lee Kuhn. He is 26 years old from Chicago, Illinois, and he is a grad student.
Listen, the first issue I have is, why is his wife beater tucked into his little shorts?
I mean, this is the vibe for women.
French tuck. It's the French tuck.
Is that a thing? Should I start doing that? Because if I do that, I don't think anybody's.
No, I mean,
it doesn't work with the belly
or something. So no, I don't think. But that's definitely what he's doing.
It was probably tucked in, and then they were like, run on the beach for some photos, and then half of it comes out, and then it's like, all right, stand there. We're just gonna let you embarrass yourself while you're half tucked, half untucked in an awkward position. And smile at the camera while we got all these lights on you, and don't be nervous because you're on Survivor. Think about your wardrobe and let the internet make fun of you.
I'm just thinking about the hair. The hair is gorgeous, like beach wave, perfectly coiffed. Like, how much hair and makeup went into this?
So, a lot. Well, I don't know about makeup.
I don't think so.
Let's actually not game. This guy's going
You
to
woke up
merge.
like this, apparently.
This guy is going far. I have high hopes for Austin. I think he's social. I think he's smart. I think the smile will bring people in. I don't think he's going to come across as the leader, but I think that he's going to be a real team player and might outlast whomever the leader actually is, because he might be smarter than whoever the leader is. I have immense hopes for Austin.
I think he looks so athletic and so together that people are going to hate him immediately because they're going to see him as a threat. I don't know. Like, he seems like he's probably a nice kid, but they're going to be like, look at those muscles. He's going to do too well, and they might target him immediately.
Yeah, that was one of the fears that I had was, and when I say fears, it's just because I think that he's fun to watch, and I hope he doesn't go out early.
Yeah.
Just because of that. Like when you watch these videos and the interviews and whatnot, you kind of get a vibe for somebody who really wants to be there and is a good type of person to have on the show and enjoy to watch. I think he's high on that list. But whether or not he'll make it far, I think when you come in with a physique that screams, hey, I'm in shape, I'm going to dominate at future challenges, there's some tribes that you'll start on, and right away they'll just say, let's start knocking off the physical threats and hope to survive to merge. And
he's also not Jonathan, Robbie. He's not like
no, but I mean, compared to the rest of the cast, he stands out. Yeah.
Ooh, I think Kylie's a little delayed. What else is new?
Oh no! I'm looking at like his
Kylie, you're back.
Hair, how he answered it. Like, he has mild Tourette's. He's an introverted extrovert, and he's described himself as sweet, ambitious, and clumsy. Oh,
I think that sounds like me, because I have Tourette's too growing up, and I am an introverted extrovert, an extroverted introvert. So you see, besties. There we go.
I'm going to come down more on the side of Sheldon here. I'm really, really high on Austin. He does have like the physical side, and he is one of those people that was like, hey, I know that in the new era of Survivor, when we have these small tribes, like, I am not someone that is likely to be targeted early. He is very aware of that. And so he wants to play into like, oh, look at me, I look like woo and I'm dumb, but wants to hide the strategy side of him. And he really, really, really wants to go on a journey, have the opportunity to get an advantage. And there are not a lot of people in the cast that answered that they would like to do that. But he knows that, hey, I might be able to kind of skate through the pre-merge portion, but once the merge hits, I'm going to be a really, really big threat. And so he wants to have some type of advantage heading into the merge. I think it's like a really good, solid plan for him to have. We'll see if he's able to stick with it.
And I think the best advantage to have going into the merge is what he's actually going to be really good at, and that's people that want to work with him. That's the only advantage that he needs, and I think he'll be able to easily get that.
Yeah. One more interesting thing about Austin is his Survivor hot take is that Phillip Shepherd is an A-list player.
Okay, pre-merge. This is a pre-merge guy now. Everything has gone upside down. Is he going to wear Phillip Shepherd underwear?
He said he would love to come out and have a nickname from Phillip.
Okay.
First things first, did I just lose sound, or is my sound still here?
No, you're good.
Okay,
You're good.
Beautiful. I think he described himself as wanting to be wooey, like to show, not to actually be wooey, but to express that. And the fact that he calls it wooey is bonus points for me. I absolutely love that. And I think if you look at his tribe, I know we don't have it up here, Kylie, but he's on a tribe where he's not going to get pulled into a brochachos type of thing. And I feel like that's a benefit to him, because if he happened to be on a tribe where he had some, more stereotypical bro on his tribe, then he might get lumped in with that as a duo of sorts, as a physical threat. But his tribe is actually filled with empathetic people with empathetic backgrounds who, once he shares his story, I think they might be able to look past that physicality aspect. And that might have been fortunate casting for him.
But that's a big part of, Survivor 41 plus, that there aren't a lot.
Well, we're going to get to somebody else in this tribe that is a
there's one bro, like they're only casting a bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A bra,
I don't
exactly. A
think
bra.
he's-
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
sure
a
how long
dude.
he
I don't want to say dude because I don't want to bash all dudes, but he's
And
a
I
bra.
call him a dude guy bra. There was like dude guy bra.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude.
So, anything else to add about Austin?
Great smile.
Okay. Sheldon, does he
Forgive,
make
I
the
forgive the
merge?
tuck.
What?
Sheldon, does he make the merge?
Yeah, no doubt.
Shantae, does he make the merge?
No, I think the audience will love him, and which is why he won't make it.
Wow. I hope not.
Robbie, does he make the merge?
Yes.
All right.
I can state that as fact because I'm basically Nostradamus on this stuff. And
You've never won a draft. have
you can take it to the bank. I've been nice to you guys.
Say it in a rhyme if you want us to believe you.
Say it in a rhyme. I don't have those skills or the time.
Well, we have a lady on this cast who is very punny.
We have several people that are punny. So,
Maybe a little too
Ooh.
much pun. Too much.
all
pun.
right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Brandon, but he's going to go by Brando because heaven forbid we, of all the thousands of people that apply to Survivor every year, we can't just pick 2 fucking people that have different names so that we don't have to do this. I mean, I don't understand. So here is Brando Meyer. He is 22 years old from Seattle, Washington, and he is a software developer.
It's hard not to love him. It's hard not to love him. He looks like a high schooler.
He's very
I do like him. He's obviously extremely bright. As somebody who's trying to lose weight, the fact that he lost 50 pounds, great. Teach me your ways. I'm not actually. I'm not sure how good of a game player he's going to be. Right? Like, I think it's very easy. He's going to come into that stereotype of he's a game bot, but I'm not sure if he's as socially apt as I would love him to be able to excel at this game.
Well, he was an all-star pitcher, so like he's used to working on teams and leading a team. A pitcher is arguably a leader of the team.
Okay.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to disagree with much of what you guys are saying. I mean, yeah, I think again, I know we're not looking at tribes here, but if he was to go to an early tribal council, I think there's other people on his tribe that might be easier early boots, and with that, it might give him the time to start building the bonds with some of the people on there. I mean, he's on a tribe with Kendra, for example, who
We'll get to.
I'm iffy about. We'll get to later. I have a feeling that Kylie's going to absolutely love Kendra because of the. I don't know if it's like a Carolyn thing going on. I don't know, but it's a. Sorry, I can't help but laugh at the
Shots
reactions here. But
fired.
no, I like Brando, and I don't mind having multiple people in the cast. Rob's a popular name, so if they need more than one Rob, I'll go by something else. That's fine.
Okay, Robbo.
So
That's fine.
Brando said that he is like really inspired by other Asians that he has seen on the show, and he really likes Yao Man and Ty, which I'm like, I hope that Brando becomes just, I mean, he's about 40 years too young to be in the same archetype of Yao Man and Ty, but those are also 2 really, really beloved people. I love both of them so much. And he knows obviously that he looks very young, and he's looking for a person that is going to kind of be the opposite of him. So he wants like the meat shield, or just polar opposite of him is what he's looking for. The yin to his yang.
Well, and he's on a tribe with Bruce and Jake, so he might get that early, and honestly Kelly as well.
Yeah. Well, I actually think my guess is he's going to try to align with Kelly. They're both quite bright. Like, I think they're probably going to try to be gamers together and game bots together in this game. So I see them forming something. But yeah, having, Bruce around as Papa around might be quite helpful.
Uncle Bruce.
Uncle Bruce. Drunk Uncle Bruce, actually.
He's not very drunk.
Uncle Bruce.
Yeah.
I think, especially because he even said like he wants an alliance partner that complements him, like has the things. I feel like he at least is going to be going in there thinking strategically. I don't know. Maybe he's a sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him. I mean, you look at him and you're like, okay, he's like a little pipsqueak, and
Mhm.
his voice is deep, and he
Oh,
doesn't.
that's it. Deep voice, no longer pipsqueak.
I'm just saying,
That's how that works.
he
Put him
doesn't
on
come in an interview setting. He didn't come across as dorky as he appears, which
No,
I thought
he's
was a good
likable.
thing. I think he's likable.
To me, I don't know.
Kind of fly under the radar, and people are gonna forget he's there.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think he's gonna go far.
Bob says he's out early. Let's move on.
I don't know.
All
I
right.
think I disagree.
Sheldon, does he make the merge?
Based on, I think it's an overall strong strategic cast. I think not. Sadly, I think he's going to be an easy person that falls through the cracks early. But maybe.
Robbie.
Well, it didn't take Sheldon long to be wrong. Yes, Brando is making it to merge.
All right, Shantae.
I agree. Like I say, he's gonna slip through, and people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this guy's here," and I think he's gonna make it.
I'm really borderline on him. I think he is.
Me too.
I like him. I'm a little worried for him, but I do think he is on a strong tribe. And I think that they may not see very many tribal councils, and for that reason, I think he will make the merge.
Yep.
So
Okay, I'm the only one that
there we
disagrees.
go. All right.
But I was also borderline, which says something.
Okay.
I don't know what, but says
Yeah,
something.
that you're borderline.
I'd be telling us, "I told you so." We never know.
No, I want him. He's
Oh.
lovable. I want him to do well, but I just don't feel it.
All right, moving on from Brando to Brandon. And here
Hmm.
is Brandon Donlin. He is 25 years old from Sicklerville, New Jersey. And I didn't put his career on here. I just put that he's a super fan in caps. Okay? That's what you need to know.
He went to
He's a-
radio and television
He's a
school and
content
then
producer.
has been hustling.
Content producer.
Yeah.
So
content
I
producer.
don't personally know Brandon, but I remember watching him play Sequester minis during the start of the pandemic. And what I do remember about Brandon is that smart as hell, likable as hell, really quick, super strategic. He's made for Survivor.
That's why he probably won't do well.
Maybe.
Like, especially when I see like all the super fan, I know everything about it. Like, some of it is instinct, some of it is being able to be adaptable. Like him being like, well, this is how it should go, will probably get in his way.
I'm going to call it right now. Brandon Donlin is the next Jacob Irwin. And
Who's
he
Jacob
is
Irwin?
going to get out there and he is going to drive everyone. Derwin. I call him Darwin.
Well, honestly, it's
Anyway.
a Darwin type of thing. So
He's going to drive everyone.
survival of the
crazy.
least fit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I have to say that one of the things that was really interesting in the pre content this year is they gave us a little bit more insight in how the cast actually physically are together before they get onto the boat or before they get capsized on the island or whatever. And there were a few people on the cast who were saying, well, that guy with long hair and glasses, there's something cool about him. I kind of want to play with him. And, I see that because he looks kooky. He looks fun. He looks like somebody you want to have around. He also looks a little, super fanny to me. He really does. So I don't like, I think he's made for Survivor. I don't think he's going to Jacob Derwin anything. I don't think he's that level of nerd. I don't think he's that level of a nerd.
I think he is. So also in his interview that I listened to, he can tell you the date that he very first watched Survivor. And
Great.
I wrote down big ass dork.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to go out and say September 17, I watched first episode Survivor. Like that's not what's going to happen. It's not
I think
happening.
it is. I think he's going to
God.
get out there and it's just going to be too much. I think
No.
he's going to be a know-it-all Not a
Listen,
survivor
I don't
know-it-all,
like that I'm
but an
taking
actual
Kevin's-
know-it-all.
I don't like that I'm taking Kevin's role of being contrary to Kylie. But you're wrong.
Yeah.
Kylie, you're
And I
wrong.
mean, he said that he's extremely high strung. He's anxious. He
Yeah.
almost did not get on the plane to fly to Fiji because he was
yeah.
so terrified.
We're gonna see him cry. We're gonna see him have emotional moments. We're gonna see that from him. We're also gonna see him make strategic moves. We're also gonna see him make strong relationships and alliances. That's what we're seeing from Brandon.
I think the discourse that we're having right now is going to be similar to that discourse on the beach about him. I think people are going to be torn. They're not going to know, do we trust him? Do we not? Is he too much? Is he not? Is he with us? Is he not? He's playing so hard, but he's good at the game, but he's also too good at the game. And, you know, he's likable, but is he too likable? And I think his name's going to come up so much. And I think this tribe is destined to go to an early tribal. I don't think they're strong enough to win the first 2 or 3 in a row. And I think he might just play too hard, because when you lose early and you have to vote someone out early, a guy like him with all that experience might try a bit too hard, too quick, and it might bite him in the butt. So,
But you see, I see him aligning on his tribe with the principal. I think his name is Sean. I
Yeah.
see him aligning on that tribe with the nerd from Washington. I don't know what her name. Like I see that happening. And so I'm not sure if he actually is the one that goes out first on this tribe.
well, one of us has to be wrong here tonight, Sheldon. So I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
And another interesting thing, there are 3 people on
But
this cast
you're to
that
be
have
wrong.
had really big weight losses, and Brandon is also one. He lost 90 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Well
Kylie-
done. Well done.
Kylie, do we talk about my weight loss and your weight loss, or we're not talking about that?
I mean, we can. I
How much
don't
weight
care.
did you lose, Kylie?
I've lost 80 pounds.
Yes, she
Oh,
did.
sweet Jesus.
Yes, she
Wow.
did.
Well done. Well done.
Congrats. I cast Kylie.
So now I could make it on Survivor.
You sure can.
That's
I've been
pretty
telling you
much
that
it.
for
Yeah.
years.
I could have been on this season. No,
I won't be jealous at all.
Sheldon, how much have you lost?
Not even close to you. I'm down. I'm at 33, I think.
That's awesome.
only says, you know, only a massive
Yeah.
33 pounds.
Thank you so much. Anyways, Shantae, what do you think of Brandon? Do you think that he's gonna be hated?
Something's going on to my thing. What is this? Mute me.
She said mute me.
So what do you think? Let's go through this. Merge or not, Kylie?
No.
No. Robbo?
No.
I did change my name for those who haven't noticed, because I'll accept whatever name they're willing to give me. I'll be I don't know. I was gonna make up a funny name, but I don't want to offend anybody by saying their name and say it's funny. No.
No?
This Brandon, not Brando, but this Brandon is destined for the trash heap of Survivor history, I think.
Shantae.
Yeah, sorry about the whatever side I was on. I'm gonna go with no, because it makes more sense for him to make it because he knows so much, and I think that's gonna get in his way. And so I don't think he's gonna make it.
I'm a yes. I don't know why I'm so upside down this cast assessment, but absolutely. Robbie, are you wearing a Maple Leafs hat on Survivor on the island?
If I get on there, I'll wear nothing if they want me to. I don't care.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yes!
This is not
Bring
naked,
back
but
the
also
nudity.
Listen, I want to be on there so bad. I would wear a Montreal Canadiens hat. And do you know how hard that is for me to agree to?
that's bad.
That's bad, man.
That's
But
bad.
whatever
All
it takes.
right. So 3/4 of us are down on Brandon. We will see how he does, but I'm calling it now. He is Jacob Darwin 2.0. All right. Oh, a familiar face, y'all. Here is Bruce coming back, trying it again. Bruce is now 46 years old as opposed to 45. He is from Warwick, Rhode Island, and he is an insurance agent, just as a little reminder of who Bruce is. And so, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about old Brucey? Is he going to do good in his second chance?
Okay. Bruce came on the island for the first time, and I thought he was boring as hell. And I
Yeah.
was watching all his pre-videos. And I thought, this guy, why do they cast him? I don't get it. I don't get anything. Then he literally stepped on the island. They did a competition, and he was medevaced out in the middle of that competition. And the man lost his chance to play Survivor. And we lost our chance to understand why the hell he was cast, because he was boring as hell. Then I watch these pre-videos this year, and I don't see the Bruce I saw before. I see a dynamic, intelligent, calm, confident man that's ready to play Survivor and ready to win. And more than that, the fact that this is his second chance, everybody seems to know that that's Bruce. Everybody says, oh, we have a familiar face. And everybody also seems to say, I'm happy he's here because what happened sucked. He deserves to be here. Bruce, winner potential.
Oh,
I think he's going to ride the goodwill wave from coming back from that experience, and it's going to help him go far. I don't know if he'll win though, but he is an insurance salesman, and they're pretty persuasive. So,
Well, persistent and persuasive, I think, are two different things. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to ask lots of people to do lots of things he wants lots of times. But I don't know. Honestly, I thought he was a bust the first time, and
well, he literally busted his head open.
I mean,
literally
yeah,
the best.
yeah, and you know what? In earlier seasons, I feel like somebody in his position would have almost been, on the top 10 list of biggest flops, like to run out there, bash your head on the first challenge, get a concussion and get pulled out. Like that would almost be one of the biggest flops and on the laugh list, basically. But for some reason, he was just gifted with this unlimited, pot of gold of empathy from the world, and he got brought back right away. And I think he didn't change his stars all of a sudden. He didn't change his stripes all of a sudden. In
I mean,
4 months.
you don't know. I mean, he may have literally knocked himself into a different person.
No, Kylie, I
because
told you I'm
that's kind of the
Nostradamus. I do
vibe I'm
know.
getting.
There's no
Maybe
way.
a helmet. I don't know. Maybe he'll.
The guy's 45 and then he turns 46 and suddenly he's not going to be the dad.
Now
He's
hold
not
on
gonna
a
be this
second,
boring-
because now listen to this, Robbie. You don't always follow BBUS, correct? So last season we had Joseph Aberdeen, and he had a birthday and he became a whole new player, and he woke up on his birthday and he was a new man. So Bruce had a birthday. He concussed himself.
and did he win?
And he is now a new person. Well, he got to date the winner, and he got to go on her cruise. So yeah.
Well, you know
did.
what? Maybe Bruce will get to date the winner, and his wife will have to deal with that.
So as a reminder, I couldn't really remember much about Bruce's background because I wasn't very high on Bruce 1.0, but Bruce did grow up in the foster system, and that was something that I had forgotten about. And I think that does just kind of present this extra thing that makes him a little intriguing. But yeah, his whole vibe in his interview was just really lively and upbeat. And so many people are recognizing him and are excited to see him play and want to work with him just from initial Ponderosa impressions and the 15 minutes that they got to see Bruce on 44. So I think it's interesting. And he does not want to play into the dad role.
No.
Don't call him dad, but he wants to be the crazy drunk uncle.
No, so one thing that I
Funkle.
would be usually concerned for Bruce about is his age, 100%. But he's on a tribe with Katura, who's a lawyer. He's on the tribe with Kelly, who is an ICU nurse doing her master's. He's on a tribe with the Boston guy, I always forget his name, who's
Jake?
also a lawyer, Jake.
Jake.
He's on a tribe with the one who went on a walk in Malaysia or in Spain for 6 weeks or something without her Wi-Fi.
Kendra? Yeah.
Kendra, who's a little like he's not on a young tribe, and I think that actually might help him.
Well, and I mean, 46 years old is not like we're
No.
ready to put Bruce in the ground.
No,
I mean,
this isn't Biden.
But there's a lot of
That
20-year-olds.
was for Kylie. That was for Kylie.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? I will say this though too. So the problem I have with Bruce, and if I take my personal opinion out of it, I just try to be a little bit more analytical. Is he's trying to say, okay, I'm going to come in here as somebody who's visibly a physical threat, because he is. But he said, instead of being the micromanaging, demanding a dad of a person that I was the first time, I'm going to be a very likable, fun physical threat. And if you're in the game, I don't know what's worse, like a physical threat that nobody likes, so you can keep them around, or a physical threat that you think everybody also likes. So like a double threat, basically, like a likable physical threat is not necessarily. It would have been better if he stayed injured and just wasn't the physical threat and stayed on the show, and nobody would have thought he was a physical threat anymore. Like James, you know what I mean? Like blowing his knee out or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's no right path for him where
I did mostly like pretty much everything that Bruce was saying in his interviews. Just that how different it seemed from his initial one. But the one thing that he said, and that I've got highlighted here, is that he wants to use like his sales skills to read people. And the way he described it is he's, I want to ask like some base questions, like he's a lie detector. Like, Robbo, is the sky blue?
No.
Is that a baby Yoda behind you?
No.
Is that a baby Yoda behind you?
No.
Is that a baby Yoda behind you?
No.
Okay, so I know how Robbie lies now. And so
he keeps on saying
he wants to use those skills. And it almost came across to me like what Jam Jam talked about in his final tribal speech of, I got to know you and I could see that sparkle in your eye whenever, you really were passionate about something. And then, when you were deceiving me, it wasn't there. And I was able to use that against you. And it almost felt like this was Bruce's version of it. But it didn't quite seem as natural as Jam Jam's was.
I think that's bullcrap. Sorry, I don't think that's how life works. I think that what you're talking about is when you actually have a real conversation and you make a real relationship with the person, when they're in a bad mood, when they're not completely being forward to you, and that's all about, do you have the ability to play a social game? This tie-in with his sales skills and the lie detect, that's crap. Okay, he's either has the ability to read a person after he gets to know them, or he doesn't. And if he has the ability to get to know them, he'll be able to read them, and if not, he won't. Like, right. I don't know. That all sounds like I'm making myself sound good for TV.
Okay, so Uncle Bruce.
Yeah.
Sheldon, does he make the merge?
100%.
Robbo.
Yes.
Oh, Shantae, yes.
Oh, no, I was asking if Sheldon says yes.
Oh,
yeah,
I said
Sheldon
very
says
yes.
100%.
Mm.
Shantae, does he make the merge?
I think he gets to like the competition right before the merge and then goes out dramatically.
Wow. The mergatory?
Yes.
The mergatory. Yes.
Okay. And Robbo.
This one is probably the most borderline one so far.
No. That was great.
I think there's two people on his tribe that might go before him, and when that's the case, I think it's hard to say no. I hope he does, but I don't think he will.
Okay, you say no.
No, sorry. No, I think he will. I just don't want him to.
You think that he will make the merge?
Got it backwards.
Okay. All right. So that is Bruce 2.0. Moving on. We have Dee Valadares. She is 26 years old from Miami, Florida, and she is an entrepreneur. And she's like co-owns a backpack company.
Nice. Do you hear that silence, Kylie? That's how I feel about Dee. I felt nothing. I feel nothing. I know nothing.
You're crazy.
I don't get Dee as a player. I don't get Dee as a personality. I don't get anything about her.
Well, I'm glad you don't.
Yeah.
Because leave her for me.
I will. Don't get it.
So she's originally from Cuba. So, I mean, there's the potential where we went back to back with Survivor Canada winners. Do we go back to back with Cuban Survivor winners?
Oh, hold on. He wasn't Cuban. He was Puerto Rican.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Jam.
Oof.
Whoa.
Kylie, Oh,
Whoa.
cancel.
Sorry,
Oh,
Jam.
Callie. Oh, Callie.
Sorry,
No, but back
Jam.
onto D
That
here.
was a double entendre.
Sheldon, I hear what you're saying, and again, I'm glad you're here because somebody has to be wrong.
Yeah.
I think D
I
is
thought
going to be
Canadians were nice.
amazing to watch, and I think her tribe is going to be amazing to watch. And I think the fact that she's focused on the perception that she gives and how people feel around her and how she makes people feel, and just her energy in general, if she can actually follow through with that sentiment. I mean, a lot of people say that, like, oh yeah, I'm going to try to do this and do that. But if she can actually be aware of, the feelings that she's exuding or getting from people, then that's a powerful thing in this game, especially early on when people are feeling scared. They're on a TV show with cameras around everywhere, and they're missing home, and they're hungry, and they're tired, and you can make people feel that you're listening to them and they're not alone. I mean, that's a powerful thing. So, and obviously I think she'll do good in challenges.
I hope for her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a CrossFitter, so I don't want
That's
to
bittersweet.
like her.
Honestly, that's bittersweet, right? It's like, I don't know.
I don't want to like her. No. I don't know. Like, I'm borderline on her. I feel like she can go either way.
A lot of LGBT representation.
So she said in her preparation that she did go back and listen to lots of interviews postseason that winners did, and so that she was able to learn from their games, which, I mean, I think that's great and all, but yeah, that's just such a small handful that are even applicable to the game now. But then also, you need to probably listen to like the people that lost and learn what they did wrong as opposed to, the select few that have won and did everything right. So might should have sprinkled some of those in there too. And she's one of the few people that I didn't have anything else to say about her. So that's where I come on D.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's not enough, I guess, information to really make a good decision. Like, who knows? She might go in there and do really well, or she might suck it up. But I don't know. Looking at, I'm kind of reading over like her response to some of these interviews. It makes it seem like I usually win. And so of course I'll win again, but not really. I don't know, any real preparation. I don't know.
I mean, like, I think she was going to be fine in the physical challenges. And so, my question of will she make the merge is coming up in a minute. And, I don't think she is an obvious first boot or anything like that, because I do think she is going to be,
an asset,
helpful to her tribe. Yeah, thanks, Jante, for it.
I think she's going to be left behind because they're going to keep Saifu.
Okay, you can flash up the tribes here so that we can get a little.
Excuse me, Robbie was the one that said he's going to be flashing things, not me.
Yeah. If I get cast.
So I think that the way I see this tribe is I see 1, 2, 3 probably leading this tribe and being the core alliance, and them saying, well, we have to keep him, and she's an easy number. So I see D as being an extra number being out.
Yeah, I mean, you got Julie on that tribe. You have
But Julie's lovable.
Jay Maya. Yeah, I know, but if you're losing challenges and you're about to lose your $1 million, like, Julie's going home. That's all right, Julie, but unless you can catch fish really well,
Julie can feed us. She can stay.
Julie going home gives me more rice. So,
whoa.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Sheldon, does D make the merge?
No.
No.
Easy no for me.
Shantae.
Oh, I'm gonna say yes, but with the I don't know, but yes.
Robbie.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's not.
That's his winner's pick.
Oh.
Oh no! I better change my list.
I mean, for the sake of, we gotta have what? how many people don't make the merge? 11
Well,
make
I'm
the
actually
merge?
writing them down. The people that I say yes.
Yeah, I am
Just
too.
at the end, I've got like yeah.
Oh, I'm not even keeping track.
So like 11 make merge. I just don't see her personality there necessarily. I don't think that, I don't see her doing extremely well in the game.
But
But I almost want to say yes to the merge because I just don't see her. I think you've got, Gumbo Gumbian back there that is
Gumbo.
super tall and skinny and
Gumbo.
dorky.
Oh, the dorky curly haired dude.
Yeah, you got
Drew?
him. You got
Gumbo.
Jay Maya that
Please
is
get it right.
very, 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 very petite. And so, I mean, I think if you're just looking at it from a physical aspect, which unfortunately we all know that is kind of what drives it in the beginning. And then you've got the oldest person on the cast on their tribe also. So, I mean, I feel like she's one of probably the 3 core that you can't lose.
I just hope she
So
doesn't
I'm-
get like screwed by a twist.
Right.
Because I feel
I
like
hope
everything you
not.
said's bang on. So the way the world works, it's going to be like a flip a coin, and you go
So
home.
I'm gonna go with yes, but I'm like Shantae, yes, but
Yes, but
who's
yeah.
okay.
Okay, moving
she
on.
probably will, but
Oh no, we hadn't gotten to him yet.
oh,
Here
our
he is.
favorite.
Drew Basile. He is 22. He is from Philadelphia, PA, and he is a grad student.
He learned to swim for
He
survival.
learned to swim for this.
Good
Wow.
for him.
How well did he learn to swim? Because like doggy paddling is not the same as like
He said pretty well or pretty okay.
Look,
pretty okay.
Drew is either going far or he's first out. I don't think there's no in between for Drew. I think he's either going to form strong relationships right away, and those relationships are going to support him surviving the first few tribals if his tribe loses, which is not completely unlikely because he's on it. But I think the fact that if they were to lose, he's just such an easy target. It's just too easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think he could easily be the first boot, period. Also, if they manage to avoid the first tribal council, then maybe just the first boot from his tribe. So I've got some worries for Drew, but I did like him in his interview. He's another one that just, I mean, stereotyping him from his appearance, I just expected big dork, and he was likable, and I liked him more than I thought I was going to, but I'm still worried for him. I mean,
Kylie, I'm a big dork and you like me, right?
I love you.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean she's not worried for you too.
Yeah.
I like
So-
Drew. I mean, he is a big dork, but the fact that he like actually put in real preparation for this game, I don't know. He might be one of my favorites. I'm very interested to see how he can overcome like the stereotypes. Like we all did it as soon as we looked at the pictures. Like, look at that big, tall, curly-haired one. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I like him, and he's a trivia champion. So yay for nerds.
I think he's
Robbo?
great. I think he's he's gonna be hilarious. I think he's gonna stand out in every way, and he's gonna live up to it. Do I think he's gonna win? Probably not. But are there some random challenges early on, tribe challenges, where you could really benefit from a very tall person? Yeah, there are. There's just weird challenges where
Right. So, I
they're
mean, if he's in the ocean and we've got the waves, he's
all
going to be
that's-
Jonathan holding the ladder up.
It-
The
well,
dude that just
the
learned to
muscles
swim.
might not be there, but
The
Yeah.
dude that just learned to swim is going to be the Jonathan holding
He
the
admits
ladder
he
in
has
the
the
ocean.
okay, Kylie, is anybody gonna ever live up to Jonathan in those challenges? I honestly, I don't think anybody ever will. I think that was a
Yeah, I
once
mean, we've
in
already
a
had somebody
series-
like him. His name was James.
No.
Yes.
Jonathan, no.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
In waves
James
like
was
that,
physically
carrying-
huge and amazing.
I know
James would
James
have been
is,
able to do
all
that
right,
shit
and no.
too.
I like James more than
I
Jonathan.
don't understand. You used to be Canadian and nice. Who are you?
What's that? Yeah. I'm not wearing my robe. I'm not comfortable right now. That's what it is. I'm stuck in a t-shirt in the basement here and a little chilly, so my heart's frozen over for these people, I guess. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is I'm the one who's saying I like Drew, and you're the one saying you hate him. So I mean, maybe look in the mirror a little bit here. I think Drew's gonna be great. I think he's gonna make Merge, and spoiler on my vote on that one. And I don't think he's gonna go much further than that. But I like this guy. I think he's gonna be fun to watch.
I do like him, but no. My vote is no. He does not make the merge.
I'm
Sheldon.
voting for Drew to make the merge. I
Okay,
like-
Shantae said, "Let's go, Drew."
Let's go, Drew. Bring it. He's from
No.
Philly too.
I'm a
Yeah,
very. Are you from Philly too, Shantae?
Of course not. What the?
Are you born and
The
raised?
way
in
you
St.
said that though sounded like you had some
Oh
familiarity.
no, it's just I'm just leaning into Philly stereotypes, and
Yeah.
they usually have a lot of heart and gumption. So
All right, fair enough.
Well, I'm a definite no.
Okay, me and Sheldon are out on.
I keep on
Drew.
saying no though, so I might have nobody making merge.
no one's making the merge for
So,
Sheldon. That's
I
gonna be the
think-
twist for this season.
Only 5 people don't make Merge, right?
Yeah,
And I'm
No.
pretty sure Sheldon's at 5 right
7.
now.
Yeah.
7, I think.
Oh, sorry, 7. Sorry, 7. Yeah, my
7
math
don't
is
make
not there
Merge,
today.
yeah,
Yeah, 18,
so-
not 16. Yes.
All right, moving on. Our next is Emily Flippin. She is 28 from Laurel, Maryland, and she is an investment analyst. And y'all, the way I love Emily
Oh God.
cannot be described because she is, and this is one of those that I was hinting at the beginning with. I feel like we have stepped outside of the archetypes a little bit, and Emily is not someone we have seen in the last few seasons because her Survivor Psych test came back and are comparable to Chaos Cass. And our girl here is just on paper, she's like, I've got all these pet peeves. My pet peeves are literally everything. I don't like people that are too jokey. I don't like people that are too serious. I don't like everything bothers me. And she's very, very aware that that is her personality. So
everyone's gonna hate her.
yeah, so like listening to
And
reading
she's gonna understand why everyone hates her.
reading her on paper. Well, now let me finish what I'm saying about her. Reading her on paper, you're like, okay, she's gonna do terrible. And she might do terrible. She is also like either going to be the first one out, which is a great chance, or she is going to go very, very far, very far. I really, really, really loved her in the interviews, and I actually made my husband listen to the first 6 yesterday, and Emily was one of the ones he listened to, and he was like, she's saying all of these things about herself, but that's not really the vibe that you get listening to her. She was very personable and likable. And so I don't know. I'm ready to see this contradiction. I'm extremely excited to watch her play. I don't know what's going to happen. I want her to do so good, but I don't know.
She's gonna be complaining the whole time, and everyone's gonna hate her.
Like if anybody's gonna be the Jacob Derwin of this cast, it's her. Like it's Emily. Like if you saw I saw some clips where they were already shooting the show, and she had what's even worse than resting bitch face. Like
Active bitch face.
Maybe yeah. Like she was not having fun. This young lady.
Yeah. Intentional. Yeah,
Intentional bitch face. IBF.
Yeah.
Okay. She had some IBF.
It sounds like irritable bowel syndrome.
I don't care.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
that's the problem. Okay, but like so. I think her saving grace is actually that Brandon's on the tribe with her, that Sean's on the tribe with her. I think she'll have the ability to make stronger connections, but I don't know. I don't know how long if there's a swap, it sounded like she could get into an alliance really quickly. I don't know. So no, another no for me because everybody is.
Here are some things that she said that with people that have played before. She did say Cass and Sandra because of them being aggressive, intense, direct, a little narcissistic. I was like, I'm here for Emily and I am rooting for her. So here is one thing that I think could help Emily a lot with making some connections. She did study abroad in China for her undergrad, and there is another person on this tribe that also studied abroad in China for their undergrad. And I think that connection, Hannah, I think that connection could be just enough to maybe be Emily's saving grace. You know, if she's able to make a connection early on with somebody that is able to like see past her grumpy side, that, you know, maybe it's going to work out for her. I'm a little worried.
I will say I kind of agree with one thing that you said, Kylie, and this only thing today I'll agree with you is with, and it's, I don't actually fully know that she is as grumpy as she thinks she is. Like I get that.
Looking at my notes, she did say that she wears her emotions on her face. So there you go.
Which is why the IBF kicks in. So I don't know. Like they have to give her some Imodium real quick.
Oh god dang. I think I don't know, man. I don't think you can play like a Sandra though, or even if like you can't, because here's the deal. There's so many twists and turns that give people who don't have power sudden power, whereas you can't have an alliance of people today and basically threaten them, a la Sandra and Russell and whatnot, and say, listen, or Boston Rob, you can't say vote my way, or if I find out you didn't, you're next. Like, it doesn't always work that way anymore.
I don't think that's how she wants to play it all.
I think she can play like
but
that.
that's what I'm saying.
She identifies with, like, just that personality trait. But she said that she's going to be a good alliance member. Like,
identifies with? Who are you?
I plan on making an entirely unique set of mistakes, she says.
Yeah, she says she sucks at lying. Like, she doesn't want to lie to people. She wants to play like a really honest game. So I mean, I think she's just this
big red flag already.
She hates the sun. She hates the sand. She sucks at lying, and she identifies with Chaos Cass.
Someone else who played an honest game was Heisem, and his ass got voted out real quick.
Okay, but you want to know who has these same personality traits as Emily and did really good on both their damn seasons and made the merge? Chaos Cass.
Post 41.
Hey, bud.
Losing connection there again.
We haven't gotten to see her play yet. So 2 for 2. She would have gone 3 for 3. That's all I'm saying.
Let's get to the vote. Let's get to the vote. That's what I would say. If I was a tribal right now and Emily was sitting beside me on one of those little wooden stumps, I'd say, Jeff, let's get to the vote.
Sheldon, does Emily make the merge?
No.
Robbie.
She probably doesn't even make it to first tribal. She's probably bruised on this one. She probably gets sand in the eye and says, I'm allergic to sand. And
no, she's out quick.
Are you a yes, Kylie?
So to be honest,
you want to see her
rip the Band-Aid off, Kylie.
To be honest, I don't think she's going to make the merge, but because you are all a bunch of fucking haters, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, that's
and I love you, Emily. I am rooting for you so hard, but I don't think it's going to go well.
It'll be very entertaining to watch get sent home.
Could you imagine her at final tribal council? Oh, my back hurts, my ass hurts,
I don't think
you asked me that question. Go fix your hair.
Do you have the tribal pictures? Do you have the tribal pictures that you can throw up real quick?
No.
Okay, damn. All right. Well, anyways, I'm not one that reads too much into body language of the media pictures, the pre-season pictures. But when someone looks that uncomfortable just getting a photo taken on the sand, it stands out so bad. Like, she does not look like she wants to be there at all.
She does want to be here, and she is going to do really good.
I feel like
Go
she's got an aunt in casting, and it's just like, hey, we need someone. Are you free?
Yeah.
I hate Sam.
No, I
Doesn't
think she's
matter.
going to be a really, really fun character. I hope that we get her for a long time, but it's probably going to be a short time. All right, next up, Hannah. Hannah is also going to be on the same tribe as our girl Emily, and
I just read the last bullet. That's amazing.
that was a direct quote, and I loved it. Okay,
That's true.
Hannah.
That's real right there.
Hannah Rose is 32 years old. She is from Baltimore City, Maryland. She is I don't know what she does for a career. Didn't write that down.
She's a
So-
therapist and now a
She's a
professor.
oh, she is also a therapist. Okay.
Therapist,
Honestly,
and now
that's all
she's
you need to know.
That is all I need to know.
Yep. She's in.
So, what I would say about Hannah Rose is that, unlike Emily,
Oh, look at her. I love her.
Oh
God.
my God.
unlike Emily, Hannah Rose is extremely lovable. She's extremely likable. She has immense life experience. She's been to the bottom. She's been to the top. She's a teacher. She's a therapist. She is so high on my list. I don't even have words for Hannah Rose. I get moments of Carolyn from her. I get moments of Kelly from her. Kelly, last name. Somebody give me last name.
Wentworth,
Wentworth from her.
Oh, that's embarrassing, Sheldon.
take it back.
No, I
Oh.
get moments of Kelly Wentworth. I love Hannah Rose. Love Hannah.
Can I wield the mute hammer here? I don't know if I have that
No,
power.
you don't.
As he's about to mute me just for fun.
So this is also one of the ones that my husband and I listened to together, and neither one of us were high on Hannah. One thing that she does that drives me teetotal crazy is she is an uptalker.
Oh,
And everything that she does, she ends with a
Everything
hire
she
tone.
says, it sounds
And
like
that is
asking a
something
question.
that really drives me crazy.
Mm. Yeah. I agree with
That's
that, but I
nothing
still
to
think
do
she's
with
going to do
Survivor.
well. Yeah, that it'll be
Yeah,
annoying
that
to
has
hear her.
absolutely nothing to do with Survivor, but it
Her,
is.
her confessionals will be annoying, but I still think she's going to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really torn on Hannah. Really torn. At some moments I think that it's going to be hilarious flop, and then at other moments I think that I don't know, that type of attitude sometimes pulls people into the vote and gets them to go a certain way and can pull strings at the right time and get the right people together and just somehow kind of fumble their way through until they catch their footing after merge and keep going. And yeah, I'm really torn. I keep looking at the tribes, I know, but I'm torn on whether or not it's Hannah or Sean will get the power in this tribe. Sean is very, very well spoken, and we'll get to Sean. And I kind of feel like it's going to be a Hannah tribe or a Sean tribe, and that might be the 50-50 flip on their game.
Why can't it be both of their tribes?
Yeah, it can't be a Hannah Sean.
You
I
can
feel
never
like
have a dual leadership.
Why not? This is a therapist. He's
I
a
feel like
principal.
she could
Shannon
make Sean
Richard.
think he's in charge of the tribe and then be like, it's in the cut.
You just made me break the little clip off of the pen I've been fidgeting
I
with.
hate when that happens.
God damn. Well, you just made that happen. So now how do you think I feel about you? I'm just kidding. Sheldon. That was a bit harsh. I'll take that one back. No, I think there's a lot of pros and a lot of cons. And I think the ceiling is really high, but I also think the basement is very low. There's a huge range of possibilities for Hannah. And that's exciting to watch. That's one of the characters that I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, with her being a therapist, and I'd forgotten that was her career. I mean, we have seen 2 therapists so far, and in the new age, and they have both sucked. So,
Who are the other therapists?
Ellie and Tori. Not Tori. What's that girl's name?
I think it was Tori, wasn't it?
Yeah, the other blonde.
Yeah,
It was
Tori.
Tori, right?
Tori.
Yeah, but
Okay.
all that means is it's time for one therapist to win.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I'm a no on Hannah.
I'm a yes.
Mm.
I'm a big yes.
I'm a yes. I think she's going to do okay.
Good answer.
Kylie, heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
All right, well then she doesn't make it. It's all right.
She doesn't.
No.
It failed tonight.
Okay.
That
There
was
you go.
that was my coin flip right there. So that was a hard one though. That was hard.
All right. Next up, we have, I don't know how to say her full name,
Janani.
Janani. There you go.
She calls herself Maya.
J Maya.
J Maya.
And I think she's gonna go by Jay.
You just say it all together, Jemiah.
Yeah,
like it.
J Maya.
J Maya.
She is 24 years old. She is from LA and she is a singer. And so one thing about her is she was like, I was the typical, Indian child in that my parents had these high expectations of me. I wanted to live up to them. I went to Harvard. I was traveling around on the debate team. I was doing all the things that they wanted me to do. I applied for law school, but secretly, I've just really have always been into music and writing and expressing myself. And so I kind of posted this song onto TikTok. Nobody knew that it was me and it went viral. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. Broke the news to her parents that, hey, I want to pursue this artistic career. And that's what she's doing. She is a singer, but apparently I didn't have time to check out her stuff, but she sings about nerdy stuff.
What was it? What song? I want to hear this song that went viral now.
I don't know. I don't know which one it was.
Nerd pop. Some nerd pop song.
Pop. Kind of like
that's
nerd pop. And so J Maya is also one that I really, really judged hard just based off of her appearance. And I did a 180 listening to her. Absolutely loved her. She's very, very likable, very personable. She wants to use people's perception of her to her advantage. So if people think that she's, just like a flirty little thing, then she's going to play into that. If people think she's very smart, then that's great. This is how I'm going to go after it. And one of the things that I love is that she is aware of the target on young women in the early game. And I think, is extremely beneficial.
Being aware of the target and being able to avoid it are two different things, though, right? I mean, that's like Jonathan saying, I'm aware that I'm a giant physical threat, so I'm going to try to be nice to people. But it's like you're still a giant physical threat. So I'm hoping that she is like some crazy good swimmer or something where she can basically say, like, look, you need me in the challenges early as a tribe and or show some benefit that way. Because that, unfortunately, that's what's happening. Not saying it's fair or not, but it's the people who can contribute in the challenges early on get kept typically, unless you're on a tribe that's trying to get rid of physical beasts right off the bat.
Okay, let's get real here. I find her so off-putting. There is this character.
You hate her, don't you, Shell? Just say it.
I know that's too far for a nice.
Okay, I tried to goat you a little bit there.
Nice. There is this thing that I've found recently that some young women do in their early 20s who are trying to be super confident, and they speak and they sort of carry themselves a little, and they speak with this perfect, I don't know. There's something about it. I couldn't stand listening to her. I couldn't stand watching her. I think there's so much inauthenticity in her trying to say that she's authentic. She's a 24-year-old girl who doesn't know what she's doing with her life yet. She's trying to make it as a singer. I don't think she gets herself yet. And I think that people who don't get themselves yet or don't have a clear understanding of who they are usually don't do well in these games, because a big part of this game is making real authentic connections. I don't think that that's what she's going to do. I also think she's a clear fan of Survivor. And some people even said that Maya was sitting there with her notebook, taking really detailed notes whenever people were together, and people picked up on that. She is a game bot, and she will be left out as soon as people realize, and everybody does realize, that she's actually a game bot. I don't know. I don't see it. Nothing about it makes sense to me. Forget even the fact that she's young and not physically active or physically looking like Jonathan. Like, I don't see it. Don't see it. Wow,
Yeah,
I
complete
think I sound like
opposite
a,
read of me.
Yeah, don't hold back, Sheldon. Man, tell us
I think I sound like a dick. Sorry, Maya. I was just listening to her music. I don't like it either. Sorry.
what have you heard the viral song?
Sheldon's
Did you
like,
recognize the viral song?
Sheldon's
No.
like, you suck and your music does too. God dang.
Like, you should have really taken her Harvard acceptance letter.
Sheldon,
I'm a lawyer.
Sheldon, what you should have ended that with is, and to be clear, it's not her fault that she's 24 and doesn't know herself, because most 24-year-olds don't know themselves. And it's not her fault that she's not aware of that fact. It's just the reality of her stage in life. It's very rare to have yourself put together perfectly and know exactly who you are by the time
There's a
you're just barely out of high school and dabbling in university.
I don't disagree with anything that you said.
It's not her fault that she's delusional on her ability to control the world around her, whereas people with more life experience are familiar with, okay, how do I survive in the world that's being imposed upon me, and find moments of control within that world. And maybe Survivor's where she learns that. And
But
I hope for the best.
But there's one difference in what I'm saying, because I 1,000% agree with you. This is the age group that I spend my entire life with, basically, except for when I chill with Kylie, right? This is the age group.
No comment.
No comment. Wow, was I really bad?
No.
I feel bad, but the thing is,
sorry.
Of a show, there's a overconfidence and I'm okay, as opposed to just being real and understanding. Yeah, I'm a kid that I'm still trying to figure things out, and that I find a little off.
I guess I'm a little confused on where you think that she is confused about her personality, because I think it's in like who she is, because I think that, being able to break through of like your parents' expectations and being like, hey, I'm turning down Harvard Law and I'm going to pursue this thing that I'm very, very passionate about. I think that shows the exact opposite. And that's showing somebody that does know themselves. Like, I don't want to be tied down into this career that I don't want to do. I want to do what I'm passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
You could be. You could be right.
Yeah.
In a deep sense.
I am so confused, because when I was listening to all the podcasts today and listening to her interviews, I messaged Sheldon. I was like, there is someone that I have done a 180 on. I love this person so much. And then when Sheldon was doing his research, he was like, I can't stand J. Maya. And I was like,
no, like it might be I'm over exaggerating all of those things I said, and this is just the person I couldn't vibe with. There's something about her that I would see her in a bar and not want to talk to her, maybe because she's 24. But
Kylie, I think part of what you're saying is she seems like she does know who she is and all this stuff, but the fact is she's still defining herself as the person who's not doing what her parents want.
Yeah.
And she's still defining herself as someone who could have done this, but's done this and is doing this in conflict to other people's expectations. Whereas if she was truly what she was, she'd be saying, I'm an artist. I'm a musician. Like, who cares what I don't talk
I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. It's a huge thing for her to give up Harvard Law and and to contradict her parents' wants for her, and to pursue singing, which is not not a avenue that is guaranteed. Like, it takes a lot of guts, it takes a lot of risk taking. I disagree with that. I think we're taking the fact that she's young and going, oh, she's young, she doesn't know what she wants, but it sounds like she knows exactly what she wants, and she had to be brave enough to stand up to people who she cares about the most in the world and their expectations, and say, nope, I'm going to do what I want to do. So I don't think that's her being flighty or her not knowing who she is. I think, she's kind of trying to figure it out, and she has to reorganize who she is from like the Harvard Law School nerd to like this singer. But like, I don't think that means she doesn't have direction. She doesn't have like a sense of self, like a strong sense of self.
Yeah, I respect that position. I respect that position. I understand what you're saying. I guess where I differentiate is with the fact that, you know, she can identify as somebody who's gone to Harvard or was going to go to Harvard Business School or sorry, a law school, and changed her path because she decided to take the more risky approach and whatnot. But my nuance on that is the fact that it's still comparing herself within the family bubble to her expectations of parents and all of that thing, not the individual who's going through those decisions. And you look at someone like Bruce or someone with more life experience on the cast, they might say the same thing, but when they recall that scenario, when they made those decisions, I don't think that the family betrayal aspect would be the biggest part of it. It would be the risk taking. It would be the leaving the prestigious world of being a lawyer, the prestige of being a Harvard law graduate, and all of this stuff to go the risky route. But I was brave and I did it. And I just think so much of it is how she feels she fits into that parent expectation. And the whole time she's on the island, is she going to be thinking, okay, what are my parents going to think of this? What is my family going to think of this? Instead of thinking, what's the best move to make? What is the best move for me to get ahead? How do I feel about this? Not how does my family back home feel about this? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying that that's another angle that I don't relate to, I guess.
Can I just say one thing? I just want to come in. I think I was probably way too harsh. I keep on clicking this thing. Sorry, guys. I think I was a little bit too harsh on her, and I feel really bad, and I shouldn't have probably gone as far as I did at all.
Well, I've got her making Merge.
I
I don't think you went that far.
everything about her, but
I think I went far. I'm sorry, Maya, if you ever listen to this one of these days. I think at the core of what I was saying is I don't think.
I mean, first of all, you're disrespecting her because she's fucking J Maya, not Maya.
you're disregarding her.
I'm just going to stop talking. Let's go to the next lawyer that I hate.
All right.
think
So
that's
I have her
very
making Merge. Shantae says yes.
No.
Sheldon,
I say yes.
None of these people are.
I'm saying no, but if she wins, I will, I will come here and say big sorries. I
Okay.
will eat all of the crow.
Sheldon, if J Maya wins, will you buy her out?
Will I buy her what? Could you repeat
Her
that?
album. Will you buy her album?
No.
I have a feeling if J Maya wins, lots of other people will buy the album. So I think she'll be doing all right.
If J Maya wins, I will come on this podcast and say, look in the camera and say, Maya,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, don't go to Harvard.
Well, and somebody, I forget who it was, but in their media said that just getting on the beach is winning. And I relate to that fully. And some people will bash at that or laugh at that. Getting on Survivor is a lifelong dream for a lot of people. And, there's a lot of ways to win at this game. I mean, she's trying to sell music as well. So getting on the show is already winning. Tens of millions of people are going to get to watch this show. And, maybe 1% of them buy some of her songs and she gets money that way anyway. So they've already won, not to be all like boohoo heartfelt, but will she win the actual show? Doubtful.
Everybody gets a medal
Okay.
these days.
All right. Next up is Jake O'Kane, and he is 26 years old from Boston, Massachusetts, and he is an attorney, newly past the bar attorney, and he is also / a bartender. So bar passer, bartender.
Bar passer, bar server.
Ooh. Yeah, he passed the bar and he's a bartender. I get that.
Yeah,
Bar
and
square.
okay, so Jake is one on paper, not a fan, was not feeling him. You listen to him talk, he is full on Boston. I mean, very thick Boston accent. That is, as a little Southern belle, that is just not an accent that I really like. I don't like to listen to people from Boston talk. I'm just being
Back
honest.
the car in the yard.
Yeah, but I really
goes
like
5 subs.
Jake.
Yeah.
He's really dynamic.
Can we call him Jake Brocane instead of O'Kane? I feel like that would be more
I
appropriate
don't
for
think
this
he's
guy.
a bro. And
I think he
right
wants to be
here,
though. I think he
He
wants
can
to be.
name more Broadway
No,
actors
right
than MLB
here.
players.
He can
Nah.
name more Broadway actors than MLB players. He is
He does Dungeons and Dragons.
into Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons. Like he is into theater.
Nerdy,
He is
very-
just very much not
Into
what you would
what?
expect from him.
He's into, Kylie, he's into what?
Theater?
No,
Theater.
theater, lady.
No, bitches. Theater.
No, not theater. There's no A-ter.
Yes,
That's
it is
thespian. Is he a
theater.
thespian? Is that the proper
Yes.
term? Is he into that?
Well,
An actor? Is he?
I don't believe he's an actor. I believe he just loves
so he's a
Broadway.
poser. Okay.
Well, no, he said that. I actually saw an interview. He was directing The Lion King, and he only got halfway, and then had to go to the island. So he seems to direct kids and does youth theater and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll take the bro call back
growing
then.
up.
With the videos that I watched were off-putting and felt broy, but I'll back off on that a bit. Then that's
Yeah,
fine.
look,
He loves to work out, so I think that's the bro side that
Well,
you kept
He's
feeling.
another one that lost a lot of weight over
Yes.
the last few years before coming out here. So I found him both a little off-putting. I want to be very careful not to pull him a J Maya. However, I think that he's going to do relatively well. I think we're going to have a lot of entertainment from Jake. I think he's going to be willing to make moves. I also think he's going to probably try to be a leader of something, and that will get him far in the game. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he will, but I think he's going to be there for a while.
One of the things that I really loved about him is my other bullet point that is up there. He says he will not be honest at final tribal council. He said, the new era, everybody just feels like you've got to tell all the truth. He said, I'm going to get there and I'm going to gaslight these people. I'm going to lie. Whatever I have to do, I will claim moves as my own. I will lie to your face, and then you can learn the truth whenever the episodes come out. But he wants to kind of bring like more of an old style flair to it. And he is another one that I just feel like is a different archetype than what we've gotten in the last few seasons, because like y'all are saying, he looks broy and he sounds broy because he's from Boston, and you think that he's just gonna, he even says like, oh, everybody thinks I just want to go out and drink beer with my buddies and, party, and that's not who I am. And I think once you talk to me and you get to know me, that you realize that. And so I'm really, really high on Jake.
I don't know. I think because he gives the impression of being broy, that might make him a target.
I did think so. One thing was interesting. He said that he will be telling people that he's a lawyer. He's not, which is very generally something people don't do on these shows at all. But
There's
he said
a lot of attorneys on this.
There's a lot. This is a lot of. There's just like last season. There's a lot of like highly qualified, highly skilled. There's not a lot of 20-year-old kids in university. Like that's not what this cast is. These are highly educated.
Well, there's also a nerd pop singer. So I mean,
That got into Harvard Law.
J Maya, what?
Never went.
saying?
All right. Like, yeah, you were accepted as something you quit. Good job.
She didn't quit. She didn't go.
Well, that's even worse.
All right. I like Jake. I'm excited to see him play, but I'm going to hate his voice the whole time. Okay.
Yep. Did you hate Boston Rob's voice?
Yes.
Oh.
The only
shame.
the only reality TV contestant that is from Boston that I can handle is CT.
He has a thick Boston accent too, though.
He does. And he's the only one. He's the only one that is able to break the mold. So good luck, Jake.
Wow.
So I don't think Jake's going to make it. I think he's too abrasive for the tribe that he's on.
Okay.
Whether his personality is or if it's just his delivery, I think his delivery might just come off pretty rough. So that's a geographical
I
disadvantage.
like Jake. All right. Sheldon.
I'm a yes. Yeah, I'm a yes.
Shantae.
I think he's gonna get misunderstood, and then he won't make it because they're gonna assume things about him.
It's independent,
All right.
self-sufficient.
Moving on. Julie Alley. She is 49. She is the oldest contestant this season. She is from Brentwood, Tennessee, and she is an estate attorney, and she just started law school at 40. She said she was going through a divorce. She was sitting in the law firm, and they thought that she was like the new partner, and they didn't realize that she was there as a client, and she's like, then I should just go to law school. So she did.
I find her really fun, really interesting, and also really confusing. Because I completely see a world where she becomes really well liked, and they're like, "Oh, there's Auntie Julie, and let's bring her along as a vote." And I see her going around and going far. I don't see much strategy, even though she is an attorney. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused about Julie. I like her, but that's about it. Robbo, your face says a lot.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's funny because Sheldon, I'm actually agreeing with everything you're saying. I just don't like the fact that I agree. I guess that's the discussion in the face that you're seeing. So, Julie is, I think, going to be very fortunate that she's on a strong challenge tribe at the beginning. And who knows what interpersonal conflicts or whatever within that tribe are going to happen. And she could be a trusty vote when they eventually go. But if they lose early for some reason, I mean, it's a typical, as she says here, playing to not be the first one voted out.
I think that's just being real because
honestly, I think everybody is playing to not be the first one voted out. Like that's.
Well, I mean, she's
like,
very,
oh
very
God.
aware that she
knows
older.
She has a target on her.
Yeah, she knows that she's older and that she could be perceived as an easy person to be voted out, and so I just didn't like the vibe she was putting out from a strategic perspective. I don't think it's there. I don't see it.
The other 5 members of her tribe are Austin, who's pretty solid, Drew, D, Sifu, or is it Saifu or Sifu? I think it's Sifu, and Jemaya. It's like that's a pretty solid tribe when it comes to physical challenges.
I don't know if they are. I mean, you got Drew, who just learned to swim, Jemaya that weighs about 14 pounds soaking wet. And then
I'm comparing it to the other tribes.
Yeah, I mean, Sifu and Austin are going to be strong.
A slouch. She looks like she's in great shape, and she's
in great shape.
Yeah, so I don't think she's there.
Well, and that, I mean, you're using headshots here. It doesn't really show much. I'm looking at the actual folks on the beach and their tribe photos here because I was prepared. And you know what?
The person that made a whole ass PowerPoint isn't prepared.
Well, I mean, I got a whole ass PowerPoint too. I mean, if you want to be fancy about it, but
I don't want to see your ass.
Let me share it. No, I'm kidding. Don't let me share it because it looks horrible. But no, I think she's going to be happy to be on the tribe that she's starting on, and age won't be a factor, at least in the first episode. I hope.
She confuses me. She's very confusing. I don't know. I don't get it.
Shantae, what are your feelings on old Julie here?
I don't know. I like Julie. And again, this is me just kind of like picking up like bits and pieces. She says she identifies with Cirie as a player. I don't feel she should come in trying to be the mom because that will work against her. But like, I don't think I think she has something to bring to the table, especially because she is fit and she is able to take risks and she is smart.
There is something to say about a person that makes a career change from being an art teacher to an attorney after a divorce, after having children. Like that is a big, like she's got big balls. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Julie's got the biggest
balls. Hold on, sir. So it is okay for Julie to make a life change, but it's not okay for Jemaya? Like, what?
Sheldon's vitriol against Jemaya, but it's a very different between choosing to leave, like not go to law school to be a singer, and going through a major divorce while being a single mother and making a drastic life decision change like that. I think the factors that go into it are so different.
Was she an art teacher?
Let's also be real. Jemaya did not say no to Harvard. Jemaya deferred her acceptance until she's ready to say yes. Okay, come on.
Smart. At least she's smart enough to not like.
So one of them early in life had the opportunity to go to law school and left it for the art world and the arts world. And the
Mhm.
other one was in the arts world and later on in life took the challenge and succeeded
They are
as
opposites.
in the legal world. And so one of them took challenges on in a more challenging time and succeeded, and the other one went the other way. Now I'm obviously making it sound like being an artist is easier than being a lawyer, which might not be the case, but I also don't know how successful J. Maya is. So it's really easy to be a failed artist.
Well, the fact that we are just now hearing about her on this means she's not that successful.
Up. Okay, well,
Whoa.
everything I said not as bad as
Whoa.
what Shante just said.
All right, let's get to the vote, Jeff.
Let's be real here.
All right, the vote. I'm a no.
I kind of feel like I have to say yes because I don't have that many yeses, but I'll say no.
Sheldon doesn't like anybody. I'm saying yes. I think she's tougher than people are giving her credit for.
I
Bravo.
think she is the only one on her tribe not to make merge.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
All
Yeah,
right.
and I think it sucks, and I think it'll be sad when she gets voted out like 5th or something crazy.
Shots.
And yeah, or 4th or whatever. I guess 5th is kind of crazy because that's assuming they
I'm not
only
gonna be
travel after
sad.
the 5th episode. But
There is
I'm not gonna
this
be sad.
hippie
Bye,
thing
Julie.
about her.
It's because she's wearing linen in her picture.
All right. Next up is Caleb Gabriwold. He's
It's an old
28 from
Canadian name.
Vancouver.
Coquitlam,
And
British
he is-
Columbia, now lives in Vancouver.
Okay, and he's in.
oh, you're
software
Canadian,
sales.
then we all get it.
And he is the Canadian representation. So is he able to continue the streak of Canadian players doing well and winning?
Absolutely, 100%.
So he started watching Survivor with
Unbelievable. Was
the
that believable? I don't know.
with the villain seasons, and so he got hooked on the good stuff and then went back and was like, yes, I like this. And he calls himself a golden retriever, and that he's going to look so cute and innocent, but when you're sleeping he is going to fuck all your shit up. And as a golden retriever owner, I'm going to confirm that diagnosis. Okay, that will happen.
So I'm gonna give you my take about this guy. I fell for him, and I still have fallen for him. It is very hard to look at him, to listen to him, and not want to like him, not want to work with him, not want to play with him. One concern: a lot of the pre-videos that I watch, people said Caleb kept on smiling at everybody. Caleb is the one that, right? He was very
He's
clear to
dancing in
everybody.
Ponderosa.
Like, it's very clear to everybody that Caleb wants to be seen and wants to be likable. And I'm concerned that he is maybe too overtly likable, that everybody will feel like, well, if he's my best friend, he's also their best friend, and he's also working with them. So that's my only concern. But if he can figure out a way to reel himself in, like, I think he has a really good chance. He seems to be, like, not just social. He seems to, be quite bright, strategic. Been watching the game for a while. I'm high on Caleb. I'm high on Caleb.
One of the things, listening to Rob Has a Podcast, Rob said that he's a reverse mullet, that he's party in the front and business in the back. So, he leads with this personality and then, wants to be strategic and not really let people see that side of him. And so I also really, really liked Caleb. And on paper, I really loved him. But I am concerned by the number of people that were red flag marking Caleb pregame.
Yeah. Oh,
He's got work to do
like,
and the game hasn't started.
He's going to be a slimy player, I feel like. And I feel like he's going to do well, whether I'm going to like him or not, I don't know. But, like, I think he's going to do well because he's going to be that, like, backstabber slide in. Oh, now I'm here, now I'm there. So he's coming to be the villain. Like, he watch all the villain seasons, he's, like, taking notes and ready to be that person. So,
but you see, like, I see him actually somehow maybe creating a relationship with with Brandon. I see him creating a correct relationship with Hannah. Like there are some people on his tribe that I see him connecting with. So, yeah, like not to show you my cards. He's definitely emerged for me. So I see him around for quite a while. I am still concerned.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sheldon, about him being able to make early bonds with people, especially when, like I said, the human aspect. These are folks that are all of a sudden on Survivor and their nerves are going to be through the roof and they're going to look around. And the one guy who's not going to look like he's scheming compared to Sean and Brandon is going to be Caleb. Caleb's going to look like he's there for fun. He looks like he's going to be there to hang out and help out and build stuff and chop trees down and get the fire going and just be nice and almost like a ray of sunshine for people.
Like a golden retriever.
Well, like a golden retriever, right? And I think that's going to be fantastic. The problem is he's going to have everybody wanting his vote, and he's going to say, yeah, let's all work together. And then they're going to have to vote, especially on this tribe, probably pretty early. And suddenly, what do you do when you're the likable guy that you tell everyone you want to be friends, and then you're lying to them very quickly in the game? Can you roll with that? And does he have the ability to keep people liking him, even though he lied or didn't do what he said he was going to do because he couldn't, vote for nobody? How will he roll with that?
Can you show the tribes again, Sheldon?
Of course I can.
So he's got Hannah, Brandon, Sean, Emily, and I can't pronounce. Is it Sabaya?
Sabaya. Okay.
Who I like, by the way.
Love.
Okay. Caleb.
Where are we at here?
The yellow tribe.
Hello.
Yeah, see, I don't use the headshots. It's so different. But yeah, like I feel like he's gonna bond with a lot of people early. And
well, and then I mean, just also I'm borderline on Caleb. I really did like him, but the things that concern me are the people that, pointed him out as being, kind of the life of the party at Ponderosa when you're not even getting to party. But, looking at the tribe, you've got Sean, who is T90, and then Brandon. So, yeah, I could.
But compare him to Emily. Like he's not going home compared to Emily first. Like he's not first out. He's also a strong guy.
Who, Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb.
Right, I'm agreeing with you.
Around.
Like he's.
I mean, you've got Brandon and Emily on the same tribe.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay,
No.
I mean that's just what I was trying to get at while I'm trying to make a decision here. Okay, so I have him making the merge.
Me too.
Me too.
I have Brandon and Emily not making it, so
Wow.
he's got to make it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is I think he has to by numbers.
Yeah, just
And
mathematically
at that
speaking.
point in time, he is also going to be such a physical asset that I
Yeah.
don't think you can get rid of him.
I think he's going to be fun.
But here's my prediction: he is the merge boot.
Yeah. No, that's not quite possible.
All right.
Mm.
Next up, we have Katora Tops. She is 35 years old. She is from Brooklyn, New York, and she is a civil rights attorney.
Wow.
So,
Frankie.
Can I actually say how I feel?
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yes.
know if I can because
Don't hold back.
J Maya. I found Katura. I don't know. She said so. I don't even know how to describe what I feel. I don't think she's going to be liked, is what I'm going to say.
Mhm.
I think that there is an edge about her that's a little bit negative, and not fun negative. Like really, just like I think they'll be all upset that they don't have food, and they'll say, "Okay, well, we should think of something better." And she might say, "Yeah, but this food is really horrible." Like I think that she's going to make everybody sad.
Wow.
So she's obviously like doing, a very high profile job in the times that we are in.
Yeah.
I am also concerned for Katora. I am concerned for her as an overall player. However, I think in her tribe, I do see the potential of some people she can work with. She is LGBTQ, and there is another LGBTQ woman on the tribe. And I think the fact that there aren't typically that many, that I think that, and they're both from New York. I think that,
Oh no.
yeah, I think that that could be a connection for them. No, not a a relationship connection, but I just think that that is someone she could maybe instantly bond with.
Anybody
But
who has something in common with you that's that close to your core
right.
personality, your core,
Yeah, the
identity,
things
if
that
you want
you
to call it that.
most closely identify with.
Yeah, regardless of what it is, I think you can bond over that, and that's a pretty strong thing to relate to. The one thing that stood out negatively to me was the she wants her alliance to be illogically loyal, ride or die, and I don't mean this in a positive way at all. I got Russell vibes, and that doesn't fit into this world where it's somebody who thinks that they're going to be able to just control someone and convince them to be this, I will sacrifice my game for you
Well, I
in this
think that
alliance.
you have to have
That doesn't work now. That doesn't work.
what I can think of, and just instantly popped into my mind of, okay, she wants an Izzy, which is someone that was on the past Big Brother season that would have ride or died illogically for Cirie. And
Right.
I think you have to have that Cirie level of mist to
Yeah, I was
be
gonna say
able
you have to bring something to the table to make
right.
someone
And
want to do
Katurah
that for
does
you.
not have that.
Right,
Katurah
and I
has
think,
something about her that is innately off-putting.
but
Just
the thing in
that's
her
the vibe
life,
she gives you.
like in her life, she might be that person. Like she might be somebody who's proven herself to the people that she works with that they will do that.
Well,
but
I'm sure she is though, or like
the
I'm
problem
certain
is
she's
you're-
quite capable.
But that's a lot of legwork, right? That's years of proving yourself to be capable and to follow through and for people to have faith in you to the point where they will risk their own careers or their livelihoods on your shoulders, basically, and say, listen, take me with you. I got you. And all of that legwork is left at home when you come on the island. And unless she can somehow save the tribe in the opening challenge where it's like single-handedly solves a puzzle and all of a sudden people are like, oh my god, like we owe you our food and survival and everything. Like I just don't see anyone in this age of Survivor having that much control unless there's somebody on her tribe that plays her and says, I'm going to look for someone who wants a puppy, a ride or die puppy, and I'm just going to be that for them. Right?
Where's that golden retriever?
Right. But then even then it's not her game. Right.
The only way that I actually think that might be able to work for her is if the woman right here in this photo is the woman that shows up. And what I mean by that, if you just look at this photo, she's physically open. She has this beautiful, she's a gorgeous woman as an aside. Yeah. Like there's something
a
about
bright yellow sunny top. She looks very inviting.
She looks very open and inviting and happy. That's just not the lady I saw in all of those videos. So I'm confused. If this woman who's on this island that we're looking at right now ends up being on her actual beach this way, I think we're going to be like, I think she has a high chance. Like you don't become
Sheldon, I think
an attorney just by accident. That's not a mistake.
What you're hitting at is nail on the head, because I think that Katurah has felt that all of her life she has had to be this really hard, tough woman because she's Black, she's queer, she's, what else did she say?
Woman, Black,
and a woman. So, she feels like she's had all of these different stereotypes that she's just constantly, I mean, she even talked about how walking through the streets of Brooklyn, she's worried about, being attacked because of any of those three things that were mentioned. And I think that very much comes across when you listen to her. And
one of the things she also said is, something along the lines of, I'm a Black queer woman. I'm at the bottom of regular society. So could imagine myself, or I know how to deal with it if I'm at the bottom of this Survivor society. Is kind of what she said, which to some extent, like if that's really how she perceives herself, and I could imagine that being very true in her life and her experience, then look, she could come out on top. She might be able to come out on top in Toronto on Survivor, but I don't know if somebody who comes in and basically has this perception of I'm at the bottom anyways, and then wants to take control. Like I just don't understand how it all works.
Well, I think also having the fact that, you know, she's not going to be the only Black woman there too, that's going to affect and change, because especially with, you know, the things that she said and her coming in with this perception, she's usually probably the only Black woman in the room. And when she's going in there, it won't be that way. And so I think that might affect how she, you know, approaches things, how she relates to other people, even though I know they're not on the same tribe, but like, I think that could affect her game, because she's like, oh, I'm not the only one here. Not to, you know, you can't say like, oh, I'm the one at the bottom. She's like, wait, I'm here too. What about me? So
it's interesting. Even if you look at this tribe, like you've got an Asian, you got 2 Black people, you have 2 lesbians, you have 3. He's not an attorney. No, he's not an 2 attorneys. You have some crazy hippie that we haven't even spoken about yet, Kendra. Like we have an ICU nurse, like this. Talk about diversity. Like this is the beauty of North America. This is the beauty of America and of Canada. That these are the people who live here. Maybe not in St. John, but hey, Robbie.
Yeah, good call. But no, listen, you're not wrong. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot better, to be honest with you. But no, what I wanted to say was we've mentioned, you know, as a group here, we've mentioned that, you know, she's well aware and cognizant of how she feels she's placed in society based on
Uncle Bruce in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Is that actual Bruce? No way.
I don't know if it is. Hey, Bruce.
Bruce, if it's you, we love you. You should hear what we said about you.
I know. So don't go back and listen to what we said about you.
Yeah. I'm not.
You can listen to what I said about you.
I don't hide from my words, and I hope he proves me wrong.
Oh my God, it's Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Love you, Bruce.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I believe you. Sorry.
What I wanted to say was that if she's aware of where she's been in society, and there's 2 ways to react to that. One is to crumble under the weight of that, and be happy or content with being, you know, at what she calls the, you know, the bottom of society in a way. Then that's one way to live. Another way to live is to recognize that and to fight against that and to overcome it. And other players on the season, they might find themselves at the bottom of the pecking order and not know how to react, never having had been there in their life, never having had experience being at the bottom, and have that fortitude to say, you know what, I've been here before in 1,000 other meetings and 1,000 other communities. I know how to stay with my vision and keep working forward. And, you know, if she has experience doing that in real life, that might be something that saves her at a tribal council. Well, she might speak up when other people wouldn't, right?
Robbie, not only does she have experience doing that, as she said, in her own life, she's a civil rights
literally
attorney.
does.
No, but, and that's what I'm saying, right? So it's not just that she has the experience of feeling on the bottom. It's that she has the experience of fighting off of it. And that's, I mean, that's huge, right? I mean, that's massive.
So, a lot of the things,
it's a core thing. Is she likable or not? If she comes across as likable, I think she's golden for a while. If not, it's big issues really quick.
A lot of the things like that she had written in her bio were red flags for me, but then I found myself, and this is one that I messaged you about too, Sheldon, and I told you I felt very contradictory about her, because there were parts of her interview where I really, really liked her, and you can see why they wanted to cast her. 100%. And then there was parts that were also off-putting. And so I think she's a toss-up for me too. I don't know which version necessarily we get of Katurah. So
I hope the best version. So, because why not? Let her win the game. Why not? Yeah. She's going to do well with it as a civil rights attorney. She's hopefully going to do good things with it. So let her win the game. But I hope she brings the best self.
But moving on to, will she make the merge or not? I unfortunately have to put her in my no category.
I'm a no, sadly.
I'm
Yeah.
yes, she's gonna make it.
Wow. Let's go, Shantae.
Yes.
And Robbo.
Robbo, yeah, exactly. Another one that I feel really difficult. I don't know, picking yes or I kind of flip a coin on this one, but I have her as no because just math. I can't have everybody as yes.
Can I actually, Kylie? I'm going to switch my vote. I'm
Okay.
going to say yes. I don't know. I just have this feeling after looking just at this photo that everything I thought about her before, and I think maybe she could
She
surprise me.
takes a good picture.
Yeah, I think that she is one. If I were to have to say, okay, you are definitely wrong about one of your no's, Katora is the one that I'm wrong on. Because I do see the obvious connection.
But I love those,
with
Kylie.
her.
That's like Carolyn,
Yeah.
right? Like I love being proven so wrong because then that means the show is enjoy. Like I don't want to be right about every pick
No.
because
But
then
I'm
what's the point
not-
of watching?
no.
Right?
Carolyn, you were like, no chance. Katora, there's
Exactly.
a chance. Like I can see
Yeah,
the
fair
world.
enough. Fair
But
enough.
there's a person coming up that I think has no chance. All right, moving on. Kelly Nalbandian. I'm so terrible with names. I apologize,
Nalbandian?
Kelly.
Nalbandian?
But she is 29. She is from New York, New York. She is a critical care nurse. So, I mean, she was in it in the middle of the pandemic.
Critical care
And,
nurse in New
um,
York.
Yes, I mean,
New
in the
York.
middle of the
Right.
heart of the
Hell.
pandemic. So, mad respect for Kelly. Kelly
I'm the
is
most excited to watch this player. I want to jump in. I absolutely love everything I'm seeing about this player. I love people who come in prepared to be aggressive and doesn't want to play under the radar and wants to be likable and play the whole friendship thing, but use it to get ahead and comes in ready for the physical challenges and the social game and obviously isn't going to crumble under pressure based on her career. And yeah, I think I'm really excited to see Kelly play. And hopefully it goes well, especially on this tribe. I think this tribe might go to a couple tribals early. I got spoiler alert. I have Kelly making a merge with Bruce and Brando on this tribe, and I hope I'm right because I really want to see those folks. Make that merge.
Kelly is like really, really athletic. She talked about how even after she has, her 12-hour shift, she comes home and she wants to get her workout in. I'm like, well, go boo thing, not me.
That is nuts.
But good for her. But the thing that I love that she talked about is this friendship flirting. And Kelly is a lesbian. She is the person that I think, Katora could easily connect with, both being LGBTQ and from New York. So I think that could be just a natural, easy connection between them. And Kelly says that, she's going to, be a little flirty. And I like that for her. But friendship flirty because she has a girlfriend or a fiance.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Now,
That just sounds like drama.
Jared has a girlfriend too.
Yeah, but she's she does identify her winner. The winner she identifies with is Parvati, and so it's like, okay,
Which is amazing.
we need a new era Parvati. But she doesn't want to play under the radar. She wants to be aggressive. And I feel like Kelly is also another one that does not fit a lot of the archetypes that we've been seeing.
I don't think she wins, but I love people who are there to win and they're not just trying to not lose.
But
And I love that.
I too am high on Kelly. And when she says she doesn't want to play under the radar and wants to play aggressively, I don't see that as being outwardly aggressive or outwardly, over the radar. Like, I think that she might have the ability of making other people do her dirty work, and she is the brains in the back. She didn't seem reserved, but she seemed very aware of how to be quite calm and focused, just like a critical care nurse needs to be. So I actually have, like to me, not to give away my winner pick, but she's top 2, top 3, without a doubt. Like, I think she is up there for me because I think that she's going to want to play the game. She's going to know how to use the people around her. And I think she's quite likable too. I like Kelly. Kelly Nalbandian. Let's say that.
That's how we'll decide to say it. I don't know. I can't vote against a nurse. I don't know. Maybe I'm like looking at something else, but I mean, I don't think like she looks like she's physically fit. She has skills. I don't know. There's no reason why she shouldn't do well.
Right. Everything on paper is a yes for me, and I hope that it translates.
She
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of, and this could be crazy, but Ricard. I like the aggressive gameplay, like a mix of like
Mhm.
Ricard and Chan, where they're coming in to play aggressive and win. And
Mhm.
they did. I think they were some of the funnest people to watch in the last few seasons, and just be extremely aggressive. But I don't think they're going to win, but they're extremely fun to watch, and they make it far. Because some people obviously want to carry those people as shields too, right? You got to remember that. So, yeah,
Yep.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for Kelly.
Okay, I think we can all give a consensus American Idol. Yes, you're going to
Yeah, yeah.
Hollywood,
Give her
Kelly.
her ticket. Give her her ticket.
I think you're it for all of us. We all liked you. Okay, so moving on from
I'm scared. I'm scared
Kelly.
for the next one. Oh God.
Kendra McQuarrie. She is 30 from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and she is a bartender.
Mm.
She decided she could win Survivor after watching it for only 8 hours.
Now, here's a question though: was that 8 hours straight?
Yeah,
Did she just say all of a sudden, "I'm going to start watching the
Binging.
show, pick a season, and watch
I
8 hours"?
saw it
yeah.
on
She turned
Netflix.
on a random episode and was just going to watch it while she went to bed, and then she was like,
I could
"Wow,
win.
this is so awesome!" and kept watching
Binged
for
it?
8 hours and binged it and said she could win.
Look, she's going to be a lot of fun on the show. She's going to be kooky, crazy.
I think somebody who lives in a place called Steamboat Springs deserves to do well. I hope I'm surprised. I just don't see how that's going to work based on the videos that I've seen and her kind of sporadic nature, you could say.
I don't
but-
see strategy. I don't see it. She might be liked. We might get a Carolyn here. Like we might get something like that. But I don't know if she has the ability to put all the pieces together.
Yeah,
you want
and
Mary?
She did say that Carolyn was the first person that she felt like she could just completely identify with as a player.
But she's not Carolyn, though.
But she's not Carolyn. Carolyn was literally a unicorn.
There is no other Carolyn.
Literally,
There is no other.
literally a fictional animal. There you go.
There's her little horn right there.
Let me smell your burps.
I mean, her
Like,
horn was stuck
disgusting.
on her finger. She's a unicorn.
I'm a no. Sorry, I jumped.
Yeah, I don't have a
Champagne,
lot
what do you
else to
think?
say about her. She wants when it comes time to decide to go on the little journey, the little trek, she wants it to be fair and for them to choose sticks.
Choose sticks. Oh God. Like that Camino de Santiago that she walked, like my friend walked it too. It is a tough trail, but it is like still walking. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you walk it?
I need to say no, hell no. But that's because I wouldn't do something like that.
All
My
right.
friend enjoyed
I
it
think.
much.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry.
It's all right. I was just saying my friend enjoyed that walk very much. You
Look-
are literally walking across Spain.
So
I was gonna say that I think this is production's way of saying, listen, everybody loved Carolyn.
Yeah.
And we'd be crazy if that didn't happen again. And I know casting was already done and all this stuff, but it's like this is
Well,
this
not
is
only
the
the
Carol-
fans. I think
archetype,
the
like-
production loved Carolyn. Like,
Oh, I
lovable.
agree. Oh yeah. Like one of my favorite characters in the last while because of how wrong I was.
You're always
But I
So-
mean, let's be honest. The reason why Carolyn was so underestimated is because this just does not translate well into the game of Survivor. And Carolyn was unique, maybe not a literal unicorn, but basically one. And so
I actually see a world where Kendra makes merge. I don't know if I
I
will
don't.
that.
Sheldon, you got to start picking people to make merge because I
I
think you
know.
said no to everybody.
But here's why. Like, I see Kelly just grabbing onto her and saying, "Come, let's go. Let's do this together. You're more annoying than me. You'll be voted out before me." Like, I see that happening.
You said absolutely not on her already.
I am a
Okay.
no, but all I'm saying is I see a world where she makes merge. I'm a no.
Oh, I'm
All
glad. I'm
right,
glad I'm here
Robbie.
tonight. I'm glad I am here. I have a no for Kendra. Again, math is there. So many people have to go before merge.
Also, what's
Yeah.
on her head? Like, what is that? Is that a bug?
Yeah.
What's on
And
the top?
those are I think she said wolf teeth hanging from her earrings.
Oy vey. Okay, I'm a
Like
big
literal wolf teeth.
Yes. Literal this time.
See, Kylie, that's how you use literal. Okay, that's
a literal unicorn.
I'm a no.
Okay, we went unanimously yes to unanimously no. All right. Next up, we've got 2 people left. Here, oh, just kidding. We have 3 people left. So sorry.
I was gonna say, I think we have a couple.
Sabaya Broderick. She is 28 years old from Jacksonville, North Carolina, and she is a truck driver / former Marine.
So
And-
earlier on today, Kylie said, I love Sabaya. And I watched one video of Sabaya and I was like, what do you like about her? She seems boring. And then I kept on watching and I'm in love. Like she is a special, special person. I think that she will have the ability to kind of be strong in the sense of physically go to competitions, do well.
Yeah.
Be part of an alliance, be part of decision making, but not be thought of as the leader and then come up from behind and win this game. Like she's dangerous in the best way possible for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's a truck driving Marine. I mean, done.
Yeah. And she does have the Southern charm. I mean, you listen to her talk and just, she's, to me, compared to the, Boston accent, she's very easy to talk to.
The Southern person likes a Southern accent. Oh, what a shame.
Yeah. So, but she just seems like she would be so easy to talk to. Like you could just sit down with her and just easily connect. That she just kind of has that vibe. And one thing that she said that I really, really like that I think is key to the new era is talking about going on the journey. And she would be hesitant to go on one at the beginning because your vote is your currency, and that she doesn't want to lose her vote. So she is not really down for going on the journey and losing it, which I really like because, on a 6-person tribe, your vote is your currency. So I like that from her.
There's a lot of people here who have had a very strong career change and swing from one kind of
drastic area to the next.
But the one thing that stood out to me with Sabaya was there was a video where she almost started choking up, like getting emotional, and was extremely passionate and just trying to describe how happy to be on the island they were. And that speaks volumes to me when somebody cares that much to be there. I got a lot of respect for people who actually want to be there, not just to be famous or whatever, but like Survivor means something to them. And I feel like that's the case here. I could be totally wrong, but that's the vibe that I got. And I give a lot of credit to people like that who actually make it on here and care. And when they're strategic and they understand the value of a vote and all that good stuff, very, very high hopes.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
So, anything else to add about Sabaya?
I'm a yes.
Robbie, yes.
I'm a yes.
We are all a yes on Sabaya.
Sabaya makes merge. It's official. That's it. We all said it.
The tribe has spoken.
No need to watch the episode for that one.
All right, moving on. We have Sean Edwards. Sean is 34 from Provo, Orem, Utah. I don't know if that's elementary principal. And he had a career change from a high school vice principal to an elementary principal.
So a career change. That's a promotion.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's not really a career change.
So Shantae, you're in the business. Tell me about, does a principal have the skills to play one of these games?
Of course we do, especially dealing with a lot of crazy people. I mean, the whole career change, I'll say this. a high school, and
Yeah, I was joking
hot
about
take,
that.
hot take right now. A high school principal or a high school VP going to like an elementary principal is not like a huge jump, but it is a shift in your perspective, a shift in the different kinds of skills you need to bring to the table. So being able to do that, and I can't say if he did it successfully, but being able to do that is a lot, and it shows, you know, you being able to handle different situations and people and playing on different skills.
Well, and how many times would a principal or vice principal have to sit with a parent who's being completely delusional about the reality of their child and have to keep a straight face and act like they're listening and actively paying attention and give a politically correct answer without agreeing with them in any way, but not offending them at the same time, and still get what they want put across and be well spoken the whole time? You know, probably every day.
Yeah, you got a lot more in elementary than high school, I'll tell you that much.
Well, and how many times do parents probably show up saying, I heard this and I heard that, and so said this is happening and this is happening and this person got that, but I didn't, and the boo-hoo world, and still stay calm and just listen to it and take it in and deal with it afterwards, or deal with it in a proper scenario. That's a huge skill. As long as that hasn't beaten them down and made them jaded and hate all of that. You know, yeah, I think Sean was the most well-spoken that I've seen. Very articulate, very, very, you know, clear on the message that he's trying to send. And that's powerful too. If you only have a few moments and you need to swing a vote in the last minute, and you can articulate yourself well and say why we should do something and why it's urgent and how it pays off for everybody involved, that could save you. So I think that's an advantage for Sean.
I think also something you pointed out is like the exuding that calm and really kind of bringing that to the table when everyone's like, Wah! Just being able to be like, all right, guys, and kind of pull it back together. So that leadership skill will probably help him a lot. So, I mean, I'm not going to vote against an elementary principal. So I already know where I'm going.
So I had to put on the Toronto hat, so I matched with Robbie.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I'm Canadian and you're Canadian. We both have to be from Toronto.
How
right?
horrible do I look in a hat? I look older in a hat.
You're a sexy beast, Sheldon.
I look horrible in a hat.
You look wonderful.
Horrible. It's so different.
Thank you so much. Okay, I love Sean. I love Sean. Everybody's gonna love him on the tribe. He is gonna go far. He gets it. I'm concerned if he has the chops in terms of being able to hurt somebody. I actually think he does. I think he understands the game, and the fact that he did a doctoral research in human connection, which means he probably collected a lot of data on humanity, talking to people. I'm high on Sean. I think that he will do really well.
Okay, so I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
Do it.
I am worried for Sean in the merge portion. I mean, the pre-merge portion, because of his size and just, I mean, I think he's really likable. I did like listening to him, but I think he could be an easy early target, especially when there are so many people that are aware of, okay, women get taken out early in this new era of Survivor. So, hey, let's take out the scrawny guy. And I think that Sean, this season specifically, could fall into that.
He is, I mean, it's debatable. He might be the smallest one. Like, I've got the tribe picture up here.
He's
we're all standing on the beach. He's like a half inch taller than Hannah, but he looks like he's about 15 pounds lighter.
Yeah, but nobody would.
He could be scrappy and quick and agile. Like, I
Oh,
don't.
he could be, but he could also just be screwed because they've got 1 hour to think about who they're voting out.
True.
Right. And I mean, and the challenges that they have pre-merge, strength is valued. And I don't think that Sean just physically has that. I mean, that is just not his build. That is not the strengths that he is going to have. I mean,
but does Kelly. And so I think that they'll probably be pretty equal. And if it's between the two of them, I think he's far more likable than Kelly with her IBF. And I think that Kelly.
No, you're saying the wrong
No,
name.
You're saying Emily. Yeah.
Emily.
I was like,
Listen,
yes, Emily is athletic.
No,
what are you
sorry.
talking about?
Sorry, I'm bad with white girl names. I get all the white people mixed up. It's a problem.
So that's hilarious, and I'm going to move on. I'm I'm curious if we're going to get any conflicts between Sean and Brandon, because I think they're both gamers, and Brandon's going to come in heavy, and Sean's very intelligent, and I'm curious if they will either combine or if they'll see each other as a threat early on, and kind of come at each other. But I have Sean making it.
I do see a little bit of saving grace for the two of them is they'll both be able to see that Caleb is really lovable and likable and everybody wants to be friends with him. So they might have a common enemy in him.
I think Sean will be able to see through Caleb easily. You have to be able to read and like handle people as a principal. So he might be the only one being like, guys, watch out for Caleb, and they won't listen to him.
And they won't listen to him.
They won't listen to him.
Kylie's a no. I'm a yes.
I'm a yes, of course.
I am a yes.
Kylie's wrong then. That's how this works. Two more.
Okay, last
Sifu
up,
Soto.
we have Nicholas Sifu Alsup. He is 30 years old from O'Fallon, Illinois, and he is a gym owner. And he's like very into like Tai Chi and different forms of martial arts.
So that's where the Sifu comes from teacher.
What
I
does
have
that
no
mean?
clue what Sifu means.
Sifu means teacher, like when you're, especially in martial arts.
Oh, like sensei.
So yeah, like yeah.
Okay.
You know what? You could totally be lying right now, and I bought that. So
Me too.
regardless,
I'm not
that's
I'm not making it up, I promise.
I almost wish you were, because I bought that so well. That was
See, maybe I should go on Survivor.
Maybe
Look, I
you
got
should.
guys.
You should.
I think you should.
No. Oh my God, no. I'd be like, you want me to climb what? Oh no. Vote me off, guys. Get me out of here.
So here's the thing is Sifu, I mainly put Sean as a no for me because I feel like I needed to have that seventh person as a no. But in terms of just game wise, if I had to choose a person to say no to, it would be Sifu. But there is also no world where Sifu gets taken out in the pre-merge because of his physical prowess.
Mhm.
So I just think that Sifu is going to make it for a while. But he is a bigger, stocky boy, and he said that he started fasting before coming on Survivor because he's used to eating like 6 meals a day, and
So
that
to,
he
like,
was
condition
going to the
himself.
gym more and burning more calories. And I'm just like, he is going to crash and burn.
Burn himself out. Yeah.
I found Sifu a little confusing because he said a lot, but he also said nothing.
I agree. I don't hardly have anything written down about him.
I don't feel like he's gonna look like a threat though.
But that might be like my analysis is completely spot on with what Kylie says. Like he can't go. He's too strong to go. It's just the way Survivor works these days. So he's going to be there for a while, probably till merge. And he's a nice shield once we get to merge for a few rounds. But I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him. I don't get it.
I do love his leopard shirt.
I don't.
Oh, I hate it. I know.
That's bad. And the haircut, everything is bad.
Well, it was brave.
When I see that, all I'm thinking is Flintstones, like yabba dabba doo. No, it's a no.
You know what? Unless episode 1, he literally says that's why I wore it. Because I love the Flintstones, and I want to rep the what was it called? Oh my God, where do they live? Rock something.
Bedrock.
Yeah. He wants to rock the Bedrock lifestyle out there.
His hair or something.
But going back to the Stone Age on
he's so
Survivor.
cute when his little leopard shirt.
No, I think Sifu's going to be awesome. I think like he's physically strong, but he's also not ripped or cut, I should say, or whatever you want to call it. Like he's not as showy with the muscles. He's just going to pay off in the challenges. And I think he looks like he's a likable guy based on everything that I've seen. And he doesn't feel threatening. And that might be enough to survive the first couple votes. Just don't look like a threatening person or act like a threatening person. And threatening as in a chance to win or be aggressive. He doesn't seem overly aggressive. And I would love to have that type of person on my tribe where they're going to help you win, and they're probably not coming after you to stab you in the back. Like that's a pretty solid ally.
I mean, I don't think that they can get rid of him. In a different version of Survivor, I think that you could lose Sifu early but in this version of Survivor, I think he makes the merge.
And my yes as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he makes it.
Okay. So just to give a quick little recap here, Shantae does not have these people making the merge. Austin, Brandon, Bruce, Emily, Jake, and Kendra.
Oh, is that only 6? I need someone else to fail.
Sheldon does not have Brando, Dee, Drew, Emily, J. Maya, Julie, and Kendra.
I like that team.
Robbie does not have Brandon, Emily, Hannah, Jake, Julie, Katora, and Kendra. And I do not have Brandon, Drew, Hannah, Julie, Katora, Kendra, and Sean. All right.
Time for a draft,
Now,
folks.
the best part of the night. Sheldon gets to pick our draft order because unfortunately he is the winner of the Survivor 44 draft because he had the first choice and he took the easiest pick by taking Jam Jam. He didn't do any work. Everyone knew Jam Jam was going to win. So
Did I actually hold on? I don't think I took Jam Jam.
Oh, who had him?
I don't remember. No, I didn't actually do the draft. It wasn't me, Kylie.
I think I've actually. Do I have it right here?
Does that mean that I'm a yes? That it's me?
Oh, I don't have who had him.
Who was it, Kylie? I'll happily go first. No problem.
Well, no. I mean, if you honestly think that you did not have Jam Jam, then I think as the new person here that Shantae should get to pick the draft order.
Love it.
And she can choose.
Love
I
it.
can pick the draft order.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
you
God.
pick the draft order. It will be a snake draft, and our audience will get the 2 unselected members. I'm trying to flip through and see if I've got it. I'm sure I do
Back to the
somewhere.
audience.
Really gonna pick myself to go first.
Nice.
Okay, Shantae.
Who can go second? I was looking right at you too, Sheldon. Someone I'm gonna have go second. I will pick you, Sheldon, because you are an emotional picker, so you might not pick some of the good people. All right, and then Kylie, and then Robbo. No offense, Robbo, just because.
That's all right.
In some ways, I
You
think
get
there
a
is,
double pick though,
yes, I think there's an advantage to be fourth.
All right, I'm going back to Robbie here. It means business now.
no, it's business.
Okay, so Shantae, you have
It's
the
not business. Robert.
Oh, yeah, it should be. Yeah. I said Robert. That's me now.
Shantae,
All right.
you have the first pick.
Ooh, no.
Oh,
Maybe I
it was
shouldn't-
Karen.
Wow.
Karen
Karen.
had Jam Jam.
Oh. I'm gonna pick Sabaya.
Excuse me?
Okay.
No, that was mine.
I know.
Sabaya.
No.
All right,
Shantae,
Sheldon.
don't be-
I gave you second, Sheldon. That's all I'm giving you.
Okay.
All right. So what about that? What about her did you like so much?
She's a truck driving Marine, man. I also think she'll go far. I think people will trust her for, her physicalness and her personality. And I don't think people will think of getting rid of her. So,
Okay.
and I like her. So,
All right.
With
Sheldon.
the second overall pick in the For the Fans Survivor 45 draft, I pick Kelly Nalbandian.
Okay.
Boo.
What about Kelly? Says she's your winner pick.
Well, my winner pick was Aya. That's the truth. But I think Kelly's got she's got it all. Outwit, outplay, outlast. She really is the whole package. The question is, will she be seen by everybody as having the whole package, and will she be able to hold it in and not let everybody see it? That's it.
All right. So I have the third pick. I am going to go with Austin.
I knew you were
Um, I think he's extremely safe in the pre-merge, and then I think that he just has the knowledge and the awareness to go far into the game. I'm choosing Austin.
Nice.
Hmm.
You have 2 picks here, Robbie.
Yeah, you all suck. Yeah, so going fourth sucks when everyone picks everybody you liked first. Yeah, not everybody, of course. Bruce is still on the list here.
Mhm.
So-
See?
I couldn't resist. Listen, I am who I am. I won't change.
Thank God.
I'm gonna go with D.
What?
Wow.
Why? No, bad move. Don't do that.
Nope, I'm going.
Nobody's
with D.
taking her.
That's all right.
Wow.
It's 2 picks,
And-
so you can burn one, I guess.
Okay.
And this one's a little bit tricky.
Well, first, what about D? Has
Yeah.
you saying this,
Enthralled.
she's going to win?
I honestly, I had written down who I think would be fun to see work together and who might go far as duos.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the duos I had was Austin and D.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I wanted to pick Austin and then D,
Mm.
Okay.
but someone just picked Austin, so I picked D. But no, I'm not saying Austin would have been that much better. It's just I had 2 picks in a row, so it could have been D than Austin.
Yeah.
I think they'll be equal contributors to that duo, and I don't know, man. I think she's got some fire that's going to pay off. And she mentioned about her ability to focus on perception and how people feel and understand where they're at emotionally. And I think that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, you guys can laugh, but look who the last 4 winners have been. just saying. All right, so my second pick. That is tricky.
It's tricky to rock the one.
It's funny because I feel like all of my picks are people you don't want to pick anyway, so it won't really matter. But I'm gonna grab Sean.
Sean.
Ooh.
Oh, Sean. Oh,
Sean.
High school
Principal, the one that
principal.
I was going to pick. I see how you are.
Oh,
All right. So what
Touched
about
it.
Sean?
What
what
about
was
why
Sean?
Sean?
Oh, sorry, I was saying tough shit and laughing at my own jokes. That's all right. I think it's gonna come down between Brandon and Sean to get the power in that alliance or in that tribe. And I think Sean will come out on top and be in a position of power come whatever swap or merge comes. And he's not physically imposing. So if he can have the votes and also not be a physical threat come merge, I think he can go a little bit further. So that's why I picked Sean.
All right.
Did that
Back
sound good?
to
Because I just
me.
ad-libbed that whole thing. So
Back to me. And look, y'all, we got to see something really, really special last season with the Tika 3 and Jam, Carolyn, and Carson. And we got to see, obviously, a Tika member bring it home. So back-to-back seasons, a Tika member is going to win. Give me Bruce.
oh shit. I had no idea where you were going with that one. That was good. I like that. Good setup.
All right.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Bruce play again. Wasn't super high on him in 44, but I mean, I just think hearing everybody talk about him, how active he has been on social media, it's giving me the same vibes that I got from Carson last season. I don't know if that was the real Bruce that popped into our stream or not, but it kind of tracks like where we had Danny McCray also pop in on us in 41. And I just feel like there's a good chance that Bruce goes really, really far. And so, you know,
I fully expected to
I think
get
if
Bruce
you're
just
out
how we
here
were all
searching
talking.
and
but-
wanting to know what people are saying about you, and you've gone far enough down the rabbit trail to get to us, that yeah. Okay, so
Welcome to the circus.
It's my turn.
yes,
I'm going to pick strategically here,
Ruh-roh.
hoping that the person I actually want to pick here is still there.
Mhm.
So I'm going to pick Caleb.
Oh,
Okay.
that hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
I was going to pick him.
I think that he is lovable. Everybody's going to fall in love with him. And if he figures out how to make sure that's not a threat and tone that down, I think he could go far. That's why.
You want to know who
think he's
Caleb
gonna
gives
be
me the
the
vibes of?
Who?
JD.
JD. JD. Okay, JD.
From Shannon.
Oh,
McCarthy.
no, I don't think so. I think he's calmer and less nerdier than JD.
I wish you didn't say that because that's all I can think of now.
You see it, don't you? Like he gives those vibes of overeager.
But I remember saying the same thing when I saw JD on there and how I have so much love for people who truly love the show and want to have their moments and get their moments. And that's them winning. That's them winning Survivor.
Mhm.
And you know what? If that's what Caleb does, he wins Survivor by, coming in 11th, then, all the power to him.
Now, I ask very nicely, Shantae, you don't take my next pick, J Maya?
Oh, that's exactly who. No, I'm not picking her. My next pick is Hannah. I got
No.
Well, that's what you get for taking Caleb.
Hold on.
I gotta go with the therapist. She has skills. She's gonna bring them to play. Are we trying to trade? Are you trying to
Can we
trade?
trade? Kylie, are we allowed to trade?
No, you little cheaters.
I will trade Caleb for Hannah.
You cannot. You
made your
chose one.
choice. And I get my snake, right? So I am also gonna pick. Going back and forth. I'm gonna go with Brando.
Brando.
Well, that sucks.
What about Brando?
I like Brando. I like Brando from the beginning. I think he's gonna go further than people think he will, and I like him.
So, I love you, Shantae. I'm a little annoyed. My real, true winner's pick is Hannah.
Oh,
I truly think she's going to win this game, and I know nobody else agrees with me.
well, I hope she does because she's on my team.
I really think I'll be happy if she wins for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a tough decision for me. It's between two people. I'm going to go with Jake.
Oh,
You
wow.
bastard. That's who I was taking. You don't even like him.
That's not what the point of the draft is.
The point is to pick a good team.
Win.
That is so ridiculous. I am not happy. Ugh. Why did you pick Jake?
I just think that he's for sure going to be around a while. I think he's strong. I think he's bright. I think the only person that's going to lose the game for Jake is Jake. And if he could figure out how to control that, I think he's going to do well.
Okay. Oh, man. That really changes some things for me now.
So, do you want to trade now, Kylie?
No, I don't. I just wanted him also.
Now you have some choices to make. I suggest Julie.
I
like Julie.
I gotta scroll back through here and see. I'm getting confused on who some of these people are.
So we have 8 people left. We have Brandon, we have Drew, we have Emily, we have J Maya, we have Julie, we have Kendra, we have Katura, and we have Sifu.
Let me look at her. Gosh, she's so
lobster from-
enticing.
Lobster from like very yummy seafood.
Okay.
Not make that up. That is actually.
Even though, oh gosh, this is hard. Okay, you know what?
She's about to choose Drew.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna choose. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm gonna choose Drew.
Oh.
Just with where we're at, I think. Yeah.
Y'all wasn't even liking Drew.
Ah,
No, I did like Drew, and I literally he is the 11th pick, and he was 10th on my list. So this is about where I have Drew.
all right, so is it to me now?
Yeah, your two last picks.
I get 2 picks. Oh, yay. I feel so great having half of my team now. Um, yeah. Yeah. So I had 2 dynamic duos that I was hoping to see, and I got 1 out of those 4 people so far, and the other 3 are gone. So
Annalise or Dennis?
I'm going to go with Sifu.
Nice.
That is the other person I was bouncing around with.
Well, you should have picked him because I wanted Drew. Um,
I was like, oh, they didn't like Drew. I can pick him last. You see?
yeah. So these folks, just to be clear on the logistics, have not seen the previous season, correct?
They got to see
The half of it.
2 merge.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sounds good. Yeah. So definitely Sifu. Oof. Oof.
This is an easy pick for me. If I was you, it's clearly
Of course. Sitting back in your armchair is easy to be a quarterback.
clearly J Maya.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm picking J Maya.
Of course he is.
Oh.
You jerk! I really thought she was going to get back to me. Okay, she's my
So,
winner pick.
I want to tell you
He's
the
your
reason.
winner pick, huh?
I want to tell you the reason why I picked J Maya, and that's because this Reba tribe, I'm banking on dominating challenges and so many of them making merge that I had almost 5 of the 6 of them on my early draft list. I basically wanted to put all my eggs in that basket, but you guys kept taking, Drew and Austin, and I got D at least, and Sifu and Maya, J Maya. So I got three of my 4 from this tribe.
I just really thought she was going to get back to me because of how much y'all all hated on her. I love J Maya. I think
on
that
her, I
you literally
defended her.
just snatched up the winner.
Oh yeah, I shit all over that kind of pregame media that's out there, but I think that she's got a better chance than a lot of the other people to win.
Yeah. Okay. Well then I've only got 1 pick left. I'll give 2 Fs. I am taking the person that I like, and yeah, give me Emily.
Nice.
IBF.
Oh, god damn! These are the fun picks. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of the fun of the
All
draft
right,
here.
so
I like this.
2 picks left, Sheldon and Shantae, and we've got Julie.
So for me, between these 2, I would either choose Brandon or Katura.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saving Brandon because I probably would have taken him earlier. So I will be taking Brandon.
And I'll take Katura.
I feel like the remainder should go to Bob.
Yes.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob. I think he's been at every single stream we've ever done. So.
Yeah, Bob is getting the leftovers, which are Julie, Allie, that is our attorney mom.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Julie. I was going back and forth, but I don't know. I feel like Katura might go further.
And Kendra McQuarrie. So congratulations, Bob, and the rest of the audience. That is your 2 people.
How can you say congratulations to them when they got our 2 least favorite people? What is this? What are we congratulating?
For being loyal to the channel, undying. What was it called? Undying, illogical,
loyalty, or
ride or die
unquestioned
loyalty.
or illogical loyalty.
That's it.
Yeah. We
That's
want people that'll ride or die to the end with us. Okay, so here is the recap. Shantae has Sabaya, Hannah, Brando, and Katura. Sheldon has Kelly, Caleb, Jake, and Brandon. I have Austin, Bruce, Drew, and Emily.
And I have the Reba
And
tribe.
Robbie has D, Sean, Sifu, and J Maya. So here's my hot take. A woman is definitely winning this season, and I have 3 men on my team, and Emily is my woman.
So Kylie just didn't want to win. She's just here to hang out.
I've got D and J Maya.
I thought I would be picking all women too, and I've got 3 men too, and Kelly. So
Yeah, well, Kelly may win.
Kelly is strong.
Kelly
All
may
right.
win, but I really still want Hannah.
Okay, so let's get
trades.
to the last part of this little podcast, and it's time for our official winner picks.
Oh shit.
I have to pick someone on my team.
No, you can
No.
pick anybody.
Oh, okay.
So, as my official winner pick, I'm gonna go with Kelly, but my honorable mention is J Maya.
Okay. My pick is Hannah Rose.
Yes, you did say that. My pick was Drew. Even though I saved him for last.
Okay, Drew and Robbie.
Emily.
I hope she wins.
Julie. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that was mean. Shit. You know what? I'm just gonna go with my number one pick and say D.
Nice. Horrible, but bad choice. Great.
All right, so let me put a little asterisk here next to who all we picked. So Robbie said D. I said Kelly. Sheldon, who did you say?
Hannah Rose.
Oh, Hannah Rose. And Shantae said Drew. And I'm also full on rooting for Sabaya. I hope she pulls it out too, because I really, really liked her.
I'm rooting for everyone on my card. I wrote them down. Don't worry. But
All right.
keep track of it.
Based on our time, Kylie, I think we had a Kevin podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it was like Kevin was here in spirit.
Spirit.
All right. So we will be back live Thursday to recap the premiere of Survivor 45. And then we will be back Friday to talk about which BB Zombie has officially made it back into the game.
And why it was Cameron.
And it's probably going to be Cameron. Let's all cross our fingers because we do not want Jared. Okay. So
Come on,
fingers
Jared.
and toes are all crossed.
Fingers, toes, and eyeballs.
Yes, all the things. But thank you all for joining us, and make sure you subscribe so you get a notification every time we go live, and we will see all of you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Double on